Murdoch. I'm coming to get you.
Remember, Sally, when I promised to kill you last? I lied. Get off my plane.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
John, I'm not gonna shoot you between the eyes. I'm gonna shoot you between the balls.
The disease. And I'm the cure.
I'm gonna take you to the bank, Senator Trent.
There can be only one. Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Yippee-ki-yay. I'm going to kill them all, sir.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to a very special episode of Give Me Back My Action Movies, the podcast. I am one of your hosts, Charlie. With me, as always, is Pete. Say hello to the people, Pete.
Charlie, I don't know if this is art, but I like it.
Nailed it. Wow. Well, I don't even know why I brought the other guy with me now.
Because he's awesome, that's why.
Say hello to our other special guest, our very own Silver Fox, Mickey. Say hello.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Woo! Yeah, there is no secret about what movie we are covering tonight. We are going to be covering 1989's Batman, the pinnacle
Hell yeah.
of Batman. And I picked this movie because it is also another special occasion.
Oh.
It's our 5th anniversary of the podcast. You Charlie, your stuff's in January.
Shut up.
We didn't have enough time in January to do it. Nobody wants to do it in February because Pete's peeing all over the place and making a mess. But technically, if you go back in,
I don't think there was pee this year.
I think there was a lot of pee. There's a lot of pee, at least on my side. But when we first started the podcast, our very first one came out in January, obviously. But the second one didn't come out till March. There was literally that much of a lag in between. But starting in March is when it has come out. At first it was every other week, and then now it's still every week. This has come out for 5 years of doing this podcast. So it's always, other than the first couple times we've done this, it feels like we struggle, Pete. Like, let's talk about a movie and talk about the podcast. Man, we should have just talked about a movie, or we should have just talked about the podcast. And I was like, you know what? It's our 5th anniversary. How can I make this a little bit special? It's like, we're going to talk about a special movie. I wanted something heavy in nostalgia, still fit the vein of the Give Me Back My Action vibe. Mm-hmm. Most people can connect to in some way or another, regardless of their age.
True.
And just something badass to talk about. So I decided on 1989's Batman. Now, if there's another show out there that happened to decide to cover this movie on this exact same month, I don't know what to tell you. Just listen and see how it's done. So anyway, here we go. Let's get into the trailer, and then we'll get into the stuff. What do we say?
Vicky Vale.
Bruce Wayne.
And what do you do for a living?
Lieutenant, is there a 6-foot bat in Gotham City?
Nice outfit.
You look fine.
I didn't ask. I have given a name to my pain.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
Where did you get those wonderful toys?
My life is really complex.
Winged freak terrorizes. Wait till they get a load of me.
Oh, let me tell you, boys, I did not think I was going to struggle to get a trailer for Batman.
Oh yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, and after I started looking into it, I'm pretty sure they rushed the first teaser out to gauge audience reaction. The second one, the main trailer came out, has no music until the last 10 seconds.
Oh, that's a
It is
crime.
literally just
For Batman?
it's phrases.
That's a bat crime.
And one of them is you get to see the Batwing, and they're just showing you the first like 30 seconds of it gathering the balloons. And I'm like, but I started thinking, I was like, I remember like they pushed it out before everything, like the music wasn't all done, things weren't completely done for release. I believe what I found was someone else made one and needed one like we needed. Hey, it worked because I was thinking about maybe I could find the score, overlay the original trailer, add a little bit to it. Someone else found it and it was short. So yeah, I almost pulled a Pete, but I was like, on Batman?
For Batman,
like, that's what.
That's
yeah,
wild.
it's completely wild. But no, yeah, God, this is the power this movie has. I had it on in the shop today. I was kind of going through
Did you
watching
get any
it again.
work done?
Nah, I called it an office day.
Yeah.
I didn't turn it on until in the afternoon.
Oh,
but
okay.
it was on. I started looking for the trailer, and I'm watching the trailers, getting excited for the movie Batman that is playing on my television right there. I was just like, yeah, this I get it.
All the emotions and
every
well
bit of
deserved, every bit of it. Yeah.
Listening to like, yeah, that was on. Oh, it's on right
It's
now.
right there.
That's the
I can just
exact
watch
scene.
Turn around. It's
There it is. There it is, man. So yeah, like I said, I kind of wanted to pick something for the anniversary because we're kind of out of the big Chuck movies that Pete will watch. So Pete doesn't like just running gun movies. And honestly, there's only like a handful of the big ones left for him. And I was like, there's some movies I'm hanging on to. We've done things like Terminator 2 already. And I'm like, all right, think outside the box. Think outside just what I consider R-rated action. And it hit me that I was like, it's not R-rated, but at the age I was, I felt like I was watching a movie I shouldn't be watching.
Ooh. Yeah,
I was
just
9
young enough to be
going
like,
on 10.
Yeah, people are dying. There's explosions. Yeah. I can see where you think that. It's a little scandalous. How old were you at this time? 8?
I was 9 when the movie
9.
released, but I was like, so it was 89, so I was 9, and then I turned 10 in January, so there was like this window. But I was still young, and apparently my parents ignored the PG-13 rating because I got to rent it. I didn't get to see this in theaters. We'll do our histories, but the reason why I picked it was this felt like kind of like a lot of people's first action movie without it actually being an R-rated movie. And I love this. I love Batman. I love this movie anyway.
For this generation, for your generation, not and almost I don't want to say we're not that many years.
We're not that far apart in years.
But at that time in our lives, we were. I mean, that was a large gap between, as you
You're high school, I'm elementary school.
You were 9, I was 15, give or take. That's an enormous gap at that age.
You're about to drive.
And,
I would be the annoying younger brother, if we were.
Well, if you wanted to go see Batman, I would have said, get in the back seat, kid, let's go.
Don't make any noise. Shut up. We're only paying for one ticket.
I vaguely remember Superman in the theaters. Vaguely. So this was, unless you saw the Captain America TV movies and the Incredible Hulk TV show, this was your first foray into a superhero movie. There just wasn't. They didn't exist. They
Not
didn't
really,
have the
no.
technology. They didn't have the budget. I mean, it was Superman was a stretch for the time. They hit it out the park. That's one of my all time favorites.
Oh, I love
But
Superman.
but
Yeah.
for like let's say you do the Fantastic Four, you just didn't have the technology at the time to pull off those special effects. And Batman was the perfect character to start with. It wasn't necessarily Spider-Man where you're swinging through the. You are a grounded street level hero with gadgets, and we can do that because we've had James Bond for a long time. We can do gadgets. That's not a big deal.
Yes.
So you just needed the right story with the right director, and somehow it happened. Boom! When we get Batman '89, it's magnificent.
100%. I mean, you nailed it right there. So let's we'll jump into our histories. Mickey, I'm going to start with you, brother.
Yeah.
And this can be whether you want to keep it to the movie or even something with Batman itself. So, what's your history with Batman?
So it all started with the Adam West Batman show, right?
Yes.
Like most
My
people
dad
did.
my dad loved it, and like so he would have it on, I would watch it, I would be enamored with it, like this is great, you know, and I loved Batman. I loved watching that show. Like that was like a fun thing to do. Then this movie came out. I was 7 because I'm a couple years younger than you,
Mhm.
but I really wanted to go watch this movie at the theater. And I had been to a theater before, like on field trips and stuff, but like I had never got to go watch a movie I wanted to watch. Like, you know, like I want to go
Yeah.
watch this movie.
Yeah.
This was the first time where like my grandma took me because I wanted to go so bad.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I remember it's one of those like core memory experiences because
Yes.
it's dark in that theater and it's cold and this movie this is a movie I feel like you have to watch it in a theater, man. It's great to watch it at home. It's fun, but if you're in a dark theater setting with surround sound, it's perfect. It's so good. And I had Batman fever after that. Like it was all about Batman. I want every single toy, you know, I can get out of this thing. I want the posters. I want the cereal. I want all of it. Just give it to me. And it's carried out through all my life. You know, anytime I see something Batman, I'm like, yes, let's go. And, you know, superheroes have been a big deal for me my whole life. Comic books, huge.
I couldn't tell by your background, Mickey.
Yeah.
It's
It kind of started with the Christopher Reeve Superman because, you know, I watched that as a kid too and was a big fan. And so, like you said, that was awesome to me. And like, here's this other superheroes kind of, well, very different actually. And it was like, I don't want to say it awoken something in that way, but like, you know, like, oh man, I like this dark anti-hero kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
I grew up to love Venom and the Punisher and Ghost Rider and things like that because of Batman, probably. But yeah, dude, like I've been collecting ever since. And if I come across something, I gotta have it. And the older I get, the more I appreciate this movie. Like I feel like
Yes.
as a kid, you're just like Batman, Batman, Batman. You get older, you're like, man, this Joker's pretty cool too. And then like watching it now, like Knox is like, man, that guy's pretty good too. Like there's other little things that kind of stick out as I've seen it, I don't know, man. It's countless times. But every time I watch it, I find something new that I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like I don't remember seeing that before, or that never caught my attention or interested me now, but now it does.
Right.
So that was just really cool, man. I love Batman. This movie
100%.
rules.
Absolutely.
Batman. I love this movie. Batman Returns is like one of my favorite movies of all time.
Ooh, that was
This
a lot
is
of
really
fun to
good.
cover.
Yeah.
Oh, we did that one for Christmas.
Yeah,
It's my
we
favorite
did.
Christmas
We
movie.
did Batman Returns.
Right in the
Pete?
high country.
Hell yeah. What about you, brother? What's your history with
God,
Batman?
I don't know if this is. I have so much nostalgia for Batman. Oddly, I have no Batman memorabilia. I used to have the bank that came with the cereal box.
Oh yeah.
Like there was a bank that was all wrapped in plastic. My love for Batman goes way, way back. I remember when my grandpa would drive up to Cleveland when I was born in Cleveland, and we lived there till I was maybe 5 or something like that. But I distinctly remember asking my grandfather to come outside to the swing set and play Batman with me. And of course, I was Batman. He was Robin, of course.
Of course.
This is a core memory I have in my brain. Literally one of my very earliest memories is asking my grandpa to come outside. Of course he did. It's grandpa. He's
Yeah,
gonna come outside.
obviously.
So when did I first see Batman? It had to be in syndication with the Adam West stuff. Why would 3, 4, 5-year-old Pete ever watch Batman? Certainly, I can barely read today. I wasn't reading the comics back then. It had to be the Goofy show in syndication. And when we moved back to Northwest Ohio, I remember I had the Batman pedal bike. God, I had that till I was in high school, till it literally fell apart. The plastic just started deteriorating. I had Batman Robin Migos, the old 8-inch Barbie dolls.
Yep.
I had those in all the original boxes. I think I still have one of the green shoes from Robin somewhere in a box of accessories, right? And then of course, as I worked my way through my adolescence, they would have like a double feature after school of the Adam West. So you get like 4:00, you'd have from 4 to 6, you had 2 Batman back to back. And then you had the 6:00 news on channel, whatever it was.
Yep.
So I was, and I never really collected the books. So my nostalgia is deep because of the TV show. And then I heard about the movie coming out, and Mickey, I love the Superman movie as well. It is genuinely one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. It's top 3 probably. And then the Batman movie came out, and I couldn't have been, I think I was a freshman in high school, and I could not have been more excited. Maybe an eighth or ninth grader, I forget, in '89. I think it was, depending upon when it came out, it was 8th or 9th grader. And it was, and Dad took me and a couple of buddies opening night, or probably opening weekend, I should say, not opening night.
Right.
And we saw this in the theaters, and all of us went apeshit for this. It was, pardon my language, I didn't mean that. We went
PG-13 tonight, but
we went cuckoo cracker pants for this.
There you go.
And that memory is one of my more favorite, because my buddies and I, we were just hooting and hollering and having a great time. We're really talking through the movie, but we were definitely cheering for it. So, God, this movie is near and dear to my heart for all of its flaws, for all of its silliness, for all of its non-canon BS that they had to force to create some sort of coherent story in this day without going too far outside the box. This is a genuine delight to revisit. Thank you, Charlie. I know my nephew has seen this a number of times also, and he's also a big Batman fan. So it's multi-generational.
Yes.
My dad watched the TV show with Adam and West. I watched it when I was young, and now Liam, my nephew, is watching it as well. So it's Batman Forever, man. Not the movie. Not the movie.
Hey,
Batman lives forever.
I like Batman Forever. Don't
Charlie,
you?
that doesn't
disperse it.
I like all the
Don't you
Batman movies.
I
How
do.
bad they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah. It don't matter. There's always
there is something
good
to be
in 'em.
said, Mickey. Yeah, it's even a bad Batman movie is still pretty good. It's like
Still
pizza.
fun.
Yeah, it's still
That's right. That is absolutely
Charlie, how
right.
about you, man?
So I had a feeling we were all going to be fairly close to it. Mickey kind of nailed it with the early Adam West Batman TV show. I have very early memories of, my granny had cable, we didn't, and they played Batman during the week. And it was only once in a while when Mom needed to go, like maybe help do something for a quilt show, or maybe in the summertime, we would end up there during the week, and especially near dinner time, because a lot of times we tried to get home in time. By the time Dad's home, have dinner ready, the American family type thing. That's how we were raised. But there were times that we stayed at Granny's for dinner, and I would get to sit upstairs in what was called the sleepy chair. It was a green, it wasn't quite a rocking chair, but it kind of moved everywhere. And me and my older cousin Jeremy had laid across it for so long, and we were the tallest ones in the family, that the arms had slowly started to fall. And I will tell you, to this day, I have never found a more comfortable chair. in my life.
believe
I
it.
would pay anything to get it back. It was
Aw.
they originally thought about giving it to me when I moved to Ohio, but my granny felt guilty because Jeremy also said in it, and it was like I can't give it to either one of them. And
He's a
now
punk.
it's gone. Um,
Oh,
but I would lay in that chair and I would watch the Adam West Batman, and man, I had a ball with that show. That was early for me, and hell, even after this movie came out, I was still watching that. I did not get to watch this in the theater in 1989. As I've said on other things, we didn't go to the movies a whole lot. They were further away, money tight, big family of four. Even back then, it was a lot of money. But I did get this for Christmas in 1989. I looked it up. It came out in November.
oh, that was an
So
expensive VHS tape, wasn't
it
it?
was like 25 bucks.
Yeah,
25 bucks.
that's like
I think it
$100
was
today.
uh growing up, we talked about this during the Christmas special that my grandpa would send money down, and I think this was one of my Charlie Paul gifts that they used that to buy me the
Aw.
Batman movie. I also got the Batman Kenner action figure at some point, the
Yep.
one with you pull the bat belt out and
Yep.
it was like a retractable thing. He had the cape that you could remove. It was for the movie. It wasn't the blue superpowers one,
Oh,
which
okay.
I had.
All right.
This was the black Batman one.
Mhm.
So I had that. Yeah. And again, I fell into Batmania. You couldn't turn on the television without hearing about this thing. I wouldn't stop talking about it. And I also have a core thing of that same Christmas, mom and dad, again, not a lot of money, couldn't just go out and get me a Batman shirt. They made me a Batman sweatshirt.
Aw.
So they had cut out yellow, and I had the bat symbol on my chest on a sweatshirt. So I actually had a sweatshirt. Most people didn't have that. So I had a Batman shirt.
Oh,
And
that's
man, I
great.
wore the crap out of that everywhere. I know this isn't mine. This is one Nate got me later, but I do have my
Ooh.
Batman
Oh, that's
VHS.
sealed, isn't it?
No, it's not sealed. It's just
Oh.
in really good shape.
It looks
nice.
beautiful. Yeah.
Really good shape.
Shiny.
That's why he grabbed it. He goes, "It's
Yeah.
clean, dude."
Yeah.
But yeah, I had this exact same one.
If I could piggyback on your bat shirt,
Go for it.
I did have the Ben Cooper Batman full body cloth Batman
Wow.
suit. This wasn't that
Nice.
the plastic.
It wasn't the
stuff.
plastic, it was
No,
the cloth.
Well, the
nice.
face mask was, sure.
Well, that was plastic, but I meant like
but-
the trash bag printed.
No, it wasn't a trash bag. It was actually cloth, and
Uh.
it came with a vinyl cape, and it was in a. I remember it being in a big yellow cardboard box.
Yeah.
It wasn't that classic one where you had the cutout and the clear plastic where you could.
I know
see
which
the
one you're
mask.
talking about.
This
Yeah.
was a big clamshell. I had that for probably a decade until I just couldn't fit into it anymore.
Yeah.
But that was I'll see if I can't find some pictures of that and
That'd be
and
cool.
post them. Yeah.
And yeah, this was so I was 9 when this came out, and it was a little bit afterwards that I got into comics. And I had a decent stack of Batman comics. Nothing that it was where I was, you just got what you could get. So there was a little tiny comic shop in where I lived, and it was just like, that cover looks cool. Buy that one. That cover looks cool. And they were like 25 cents.
Mhm.
So we're getting all these. Another core memory, and it's in a box right now, and I didn't want to dig it out. I'm digging. Dad is in another comic because he's looking for. I remember he used to find Green Hornet ones, and I still have
Ooh.
those.
Nice.
And
Like the old gold
He
key
cut-
Green Hornet.
yeah,
Yeah.
there was Gold Key, and then
Whitman.
I'm trying to remember. It was in the late '80s, early '90s. Somebody started reprinting them, and I can't
Oh,
remember. Or it was a new line. I don't think it was DC. I'm trying to remember what the logo was, but it's something a little different. It wasn't Dark Horse or anything either.
No.
But Dad walks over and he goes, "Here," and he hands me this Batman comic with a picture of Robin on the front, bloody,
Death in
and
the
it
Family.
said "A Death in the Family."
Oh.
And I got it. It
Yeah.
was like I think that one was like $2 or $3. and I bought it, and I knew a little bit, and it was a multi-part series, so it was only one. But the one I have has the full page of Batman holding Robin in his arms. So I don't have the one where you see the shadow of the crowbar and Joker taking out Robin. I have it when Batman got there too late. The building is crumbled, and it's a full color page, Batman holding Robin.
Yeah, it sure is.
I still have that comic.
I did buy that series when it came out because there was some hype about it in a trade paperback or something, Wizard or something like that. I forget. And so I did get that. I had that reserved at the local comic shop. And
if I'm not mistaken, that's the one that turns into Jason Todd, right, Mickey? Is that?
Yeah.
Well, he becomes Red Hood.
Red Hood.
That is Jason Todd.
That is
Jason Todd.
Yeah.
So it's the Jason Todd. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Which
the
becomes
Red Hood.
My second favorite Bat Family character would be Red Hood.
Red
I
Hood?
love Red Hood.
Yeah,
it's a really great story.
And I bleep that out.
I love Red Hood.
There you go. Yeah, so
That works.
And like Mickey said, even now, like I appreciate it more. I got this wild hair today because I collect. My favorite character is the Batmobile. It's not an actual person.
It's a character.
It's a character. Like,
in
to
every
me,
single iteration, it is a character.
It is a very specific, important character, and I collect, like I was showing the guys. I have my bigger.
That's a beauty.
89. My second favorite would be the animated series. You know, I have that. I have the 89 Batwing. You know, I have all of this. Well, I decided to count today, and I have over 150 Batmobiles in my collection. A lot of them are Hot Wheels.
Sure,
because you know, hell, you know, I say a Batmobile, I'm going to buy it.
Yeah.
But I do have larger ones. Like I have the animated series toy one up above me, and I have just, and I've got to meet George Barris. So I think it's on the other side of the wall here.
No,
I got his autograph, the man that created the original Batmobile. I got to meet him. We went to a car show, and we were inside, and there were people like Chip Foose and like these big names in cars. And we didn't know that a lot of those you had to get the ticket early. We didn't know that. We were just there enjoying the day. It was a good guys show. We're inside, and I'm cruising around. I'm with my dad and my Uncle Paul. They're doing something else, and I'm cruising around, and I see this table in the corner set up. And this old man comes out the corner, and he is just complaining. That's all I hear. And I get a little closer, and I see the background, and I see the Batmobile. And then I see all the other stuff he's known for. You know, all of George Barris's wild creations, like the Munster Mobile, stuff like that. Everything he's known.
Once.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I go up there and I realize, it's George Barris, and he's getting ready to sign autographs. And I'm waiting. I'm like the only one in line, and his handler's over there getting like all the pictures laid out, and I'm kind of looking at him, and George is sitting there, and he's like, "How long do I got to do this for?" Like, George, you got to be here till 3. What time is it now? And he's like, "It's noon. I got to be here for 3 hours. I'm not doing it, George. We have to. This is what we agreed to. No." And then you look, "How you doing, kid?" I was like, "How you doing?" I had my own money, and I was like, "Yeah, I can I get you sign the Batmobile?" And he's like, "Oh yeah." He turns it on for me. "Oh, that's great. Oh, yeah, I love building the Batmobile." Talks about, what it was being the Lincoln Continental, all these other things. "Oh, it was a great time. Because I helped do some remakes of the movie ones too here, and I've worked on some of the ones that are that go around the shows and all this other stuff." I'm like, "All right, thank you, George. I appreciate it." And then he goes, "Really, 3:00? I got to be here." And I was,
what a curmudgeon. I love it.
And as a dumb teenager, I'm walking away, and my dad comes over, and Dad's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I got George Barris's autograph." And he goes, "Why?" I don't know why Dad asked me why, but I went, "Well, he'll be dead soon. And Dad just looks at me, and I don't know why I said it, but Dad's just like, what? And I'm like, he's old. I don't know. But I said, look, he signed the Batmobile picture. He goes, Dad had no words after that. Even at my age, I'm like, I don't know why I said that as a kid. Like, he'll be dead soon. I don't know. eBay wasn't a thing. I wouldn't have known to sell that later. But yeah, I was just dumb teenager kid, looking at stuff. But I still have that picture. I got it framed up in my shop over here. But yeah, so well, that's our history. Should we talk a little bit about this movie?
Let's talk more histories.
I'll tell you what. We'll kick it off. We'll get everything running here. I sent out a message to a lot of our friends, and I was like, "Hey, we're getting ready to record our 5th anniversary." I was like, "Send me a memory, and I'll read it online." I didn't want to do the recording and clips. Everybody's it doesn't have time anymore. So I was like, just type it out. So I'll do our first one, and our first one is from our very own Joel, our B movie Brian. Brian, and he emailed it over to me. So this is Joel's memory of Batman '89. What I remember most about Batman '89 was how it seemingly took over every piece of merchandise and television spot available.
True that.
Suddenly, Batman was cool and mysterious. Oh, absolutely.
Licensing.
And that iconic symbol was everywhere you looked. For a few months, walking into a department store, mine was Kmart, meant seeing the bat symbol immediately on clothing, magazines, Nintendo games, bed sheets, and toys. I was old enough to realize this was a complete reinvention of the character and felt like everyone was on board. At the time, many of us only knew Batman from family-friendly comics and the 1960s show reruns and the Super Friends animated series.
Mm-hmm.
The new version was dark and dangerous, appealing to adults and kids alike. The idea of a comic book character being so universally popular felt fresh and fun. He went from being an afterthought to the hottest property around. And once I finally saw the movie, I understood why. It featured great action, strong acting, an easy-to-follow plot, and incredible gadgets that brought the comic book to life in a way no one had seen before. Tim Burton's Gotham City felt grimy and lived in, yet stylized and radically different from the real world. Yes. While I love the Nolan films, I have a special appreciation for the strangeness of Gotham presented in Batman Returns, and the animated series. Batman '89 proved it could be successfully merchandised while telling strange stories about unique people in a bizarre city, creating a classic that holds up to this day. Okay, we're done, guys. Thanks for coming.
See you next month. Bye.
We can't say anything better than that.
Right. Joel nailed it because he touched on something exactly of where I was going to start with this. We all know Batman, but the other big character in this movie is Tim Burton's Gotham City.
Yeah.
Like it is a living, breathing organism.
It's beautiful.
And that, how are the people, like, I know Tim Burton has a lot of conceptualized ideas, but that's like the level of, like, I've seen some of these avant-garde, like, architects come up with these wild drawings, but they're bringing it to life. Even if it's a movie set, it looks industrial. That's
impressive. Like, because a lot of that stuff is real. Like, it was built as a set. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's life size. I watching it today, I was more or less, I've seen the movie, like Mickey said, countless times. So more or less, I'm watching everything else about the movie, and it got to the museum / restaurant where the Joker comes in. But it was right when Vicky Vale walks in. There's like these giant industrial air vents on the right and left side.
I saw that too.
Then there's like these marble pilasters going up the staircase. And as a builder myself, and as much as I watch this stuff, now that we've got this in HD, like 4K, gorgeous, you're looking and going, yeah, somebody painted that marble veining. Like, oh, I can tell that's polyurethane to give it that shine.
Yeah.
But it doesn't hurt the movie at all for me because it's real.
It's still a real thing. It's not in 3D, but it has you can tell that you could interact with it if you wanted to. It's not a flat matte painting, which I love me a matte painting.
There
don't get
are
me
in
wrong.
this. I mean,
And
they
there
still
are
did
plenty
some.
of those in there, and there are a few miniatures in it as well. But I loved how this looked like the movie Metropolis.
Yes.
Thank you.
The old I don't want to call it avant-garde, is not the right word. It's the old German expressionist film from
expressionist,
the 20s, I think it was, a silent film. If you watch Batman, you've seen what Metropolis looks like. It has those
giant
statues.
Yes.
Lord of the Rings did the same thing, only in the woods. You had these giant
Yeah.
statues on either side of these waterfalls. Like, holy moly, how did you build it? Don't worry about who built that. Don't worry about how they built it. Don't worry about it. It's just really cool.
Yeah, for as run down as Gotham is there's still a lot of money in Gotham. You know what I mean?
That's the cool thing about it. And you said it when you were talking about the industrial fans. It's really cool that all this beautiful stuff is here, but you can also see these, like, there's just an industrial fan, like in this beautiful marble, museum, and then like there's this ugly fan right there.
Yeah,
I love that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's really, oh man, it just sets the tone for Gotham, because Gotham is beautiful, but it's also very dark and very broken.
It's beautiful at night. I don't know so much during the day.
It wasn't bad at day. You actually got a little bit more detail when you go up, the city hall steps and stuff like that. It was a little cool. But it's like like Pete was talking about, you see the opening, which I want to say was a lot of matte painting and miniatures. And now in 4K, I realized Batman was animated. Whenever he hears the cries and you see
the top down from
the top down
that was
with
beautiful,
the
man,
beam of light.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, I never paid attention to
you would
it.
never have caught that. Nope.
No, but I know it's animated. Also, I meant to say this during my history thing, but it's fine. I have now seen this in the theater. I went last year.
Yeah.
Did they have like an anniversary last year?
They did an anniversary thing of it last
cool.
year. Jackie and I went to the local theater. As soon as I heard it was out, I was like, I am what? Yes.
I don't remember it coming out around here. I would have.
I went immediately. And Jackie said this is her favorite. So we were only like one of 5 people in that theater.
That's a shame.
I know it was such a shame. Like, come on, people, when are you going to have this opportunity again?
Yeah.
But I felt like a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
This movie I have seen countless times is now bigger than life on the screen, and I am immersed in it. And to Mickey's credit, now in 4K, I am seeing stuff I never saw before. Yeah. I am seeing way more detail and stuff that got lost from the artists that did this. And that, like, sometimes 4K is a great thing. Other times they don't do it well, James Cameron. But, this one, but this one, it allowed us to see what they intended us to see in this. And I'm a huge fan of Tim Burton, seeing things like Beetlejuice, Nightmare Before Christmas, Edward Scissorhands, Pee-wee, and you get a vibe, like, you're watching a Tim Burton.
Yeah.
But this one still feels its own thing, though.
Yeah, I didn't know Tim Burton had done it until I was older. And then it kind of clicked for you when you look it up, or somebody, I forgot how, we're talking like a couple decades later where somebody's like, that's a Tim Burton movie. I was like, it is. Like, you're right. Like, you're like, oh yeah, it is.
The best one is like Edward Scissorhands. You see that one and you're like, oh, this guy did Batman, because Beetlejuice was before.
Yes.
So
Beetlejuice was before this. Pee-wee was slightly before Beetlejuice, I think.
Yeah. And Beetlejuice went way to the abstract, deformed and everything else like that.
It jumped off of Tim Burton's sketchbook to Beetlejuice.
It did.
So Nightmare Before Christmas. Those two were
in.
You could see the sketchbook just come to life on screen for both those films.
Absolutely. And this one, and I really, and back to what my point was, I feel like they studied architecture. Like everyone that helped with this, they were taking things like even Pete said to Metropolis, which is also a movie. I don't care what kind of movies you like. Everyone should watch that movie.
Should watch it. It's long.
It is long, but it is a
too long.
visual treat. and you'll be better for it if you
There was a
watch it.
re-release recently, then they cleaned it all up, and it's jaw-dropping what they
Yes.
were able to do.
Yeah. So I
100
highly
years
recommend
ago.
it. Yes. Yeah. That's how it feels.
No,
Yeah, but
literally, Metropolis came out like 100 years ago.
Yeah.
it's almost there. Wasn't it? Yeah, it
Right
was
about.
1920s.
It was in
Late
the 20s. It
20s,
was a
early
silent film.
30s, somewhere around
Somewhere
there.
around there.
I don't know. We have this tool called Google. I guess we could have figured that out.
Right. I'm just
No,
using
but that's fine.
my
But yeah,
fallible
so
brain.
this movie opening up and just being more or less introduced into Gotham with that whole scene that's almost kind of recreating Batman's origin with another family, them leaving the theater,
Everyone
go
thought
down the wrong alley.
I knew Batman pretty well. I knew his origin, all that good stuff. I thought, as did my buddies who went to the theater, like, here it is. Here's the origin story. Here it comes. And then you get the rug. Yeah. You get the rug pulled out from under you. That ain't Batman. That ain't the Wayne family. And you're just dropped right into the middle of this story. I think a lot of superhero movies in recent years suffered the origin story.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because Batman's been around for so long and it just didn't need an origin story, even though they did touch on it in this film.
They gave it to you, but the right way.
Yeah.
You're not watching,
right?
You're not watching Year One or anything like that. I feel like
Right.
it's not Spider-Man where we got to watch Uncle Ben die 257 times
Right.
every time we watch this, or be like, where's Uncle Ben in the entire, like, I don't know. But yeah, you didn't need that. But it was a good swerve because I remember being dropped into this and, not really having a huge history because I don't think the Adam West one ever talked about the origin.
They glossed over pretty much
It
everything.
literally just dropped into a episodic, here's these wacky adventures and here you go, have fun. So what little I knew from the comics or, just in pop culture, you knew a little bit about how Batman came to be. I think it was even after this movie before I realized Batman didn't like guns because he sure likes guns in this movie. That was also a big thing for me later on whenever I was like, wait, he doesn't like them? What were those two things on the Batmobile? That was just a garage door opener.
He doesn't like to hold guns. He just
that makes
he just mounts them to his airplanes.
He just mounts some huge machine guns to his car.
Not till Batfleck gets a sniper rifle.
There you
go. Metropolis 1927 for those that were keeping
there you go. Okay.
Almost
so
100
years.
Almost.
That was
99 years.
I like going back to because we all brought up Adam West and so did what was whoever
Joel.
read the history. Joel, yeah. I think it's cool that how even as dark as this movie is, there are still hints of that.
It's a funny
in
movie,
here. Especially with the Joker. Like you could tell he's pulling a lot of inspiration from Cesar Romero's Joker.
100%.
You know what I mean? But he's also adding that really dark, psychotic edge to it. But he's still got that goofiness of the clown with it, and it's perfectly done. And you also brought up Beetlejuice, like Michael Keaton. Oh, I'm sorry. Tim Burton wanted Michael Keaton for this movie because of his comedy, whereas producers were like, "No, we want like a serious actor."
And 99% of the public went, "Mr. Mom's going to be Batman?" Huh?
But dude, the way he says some of the funniest stuff in this movie, and
As
it's so
Bruce?
like,
oh my god,
it's so flat, but I'm like laughing, like it's hidden in there. If you're as you get older, you pick it more, be like, oh man, that's hilarious.
But that's a comedian. That's the other reason he knew wanted him.
He's not goofy. It doesn't feel like, okay, present day superhero movies. They always have that like one-liners and like these punchlines, and it's sometimes it takes you out of it. Sometimes you're like, you roll your eyes like, it's not like that with this. It's funny, but it's he's not doing it funny. You know what I mean?
The big one I read was where his comedic timing and everything came into play. It was his idea to have the date with Vicky Vale in that giant room with the giant table.
Eating soup.
And then dropping the line of, I don't ever think I've been in this room.
Yeah.
That's
do you like
comedic.
eating here? I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever been in here.
Yeah, so that's comedic timing without being goofy or slapstick or like which one of these guys is Bruce Wayne? I'm not 100% sure.
It's
You
like,
know,
yeah. I don't know.
you don't know that, that's Bruce Wayne. We do, but it's funny without it being, hey, what's up,
Yeah.
kids? I'm being
Like,
silly
it's,
over
it's
here.
like it's like Rib, like
Yeah.
It isn't like that. It's like
and the Joker gets to be funny, but sadistically funny.
yeah.
And to your point, I was noticing like whenever he takes over the television, when it fades out, it does the spinning head, and it's an amalgam of the Jack Nicholson Joker, but they've stretched the jaw
it's
a
on the
little bit.
helicopter too. The logo's on the
Yeah,
helicopter.
so it looks like the comic.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
the comic
Bob Kane.
rendition. Bob Kane.
Yeah, Bob Kane did some of the earlier ones, but like the Joker commercial felt like something completely Cesar Romero would have done.
Absolutely.
With the bikini girls talking. Love that Joker.
Dude, that's so
He's
good.
using brand X.
He drags that
I'm so
S out.
uncomfortable right now.
He goes up the okay. Charlie's favorite character that's not Batman, Henchman Bob.
Bob the Goon.
I love Bob.
He's
my
like
number one guy.
you always know when he's in a movie because you can't. He's got
He's Malik in Conan the Destroyer.
He's Conan.
Man.
He's in Conan the Destroyer. He was in something recently that I saw. He was a badass cop, and I'm like, that's very weird.
He was in City Slickers, stuff like that. So
he was in City Slickers, really?
Yeah, he was a character, not like one of the main.
Not one of the
was
three.
Like,
yeah,
no, I was like Daniel Stern and
the other guy,
Billy Crystal. Yeah, but he's in that. But I love Bob the Goon, and Mickey just did it. It's when Joker is imitating Jack Palance.
Yes,
you are my number one guy, and just rubbing his. I guess him and Jack Nicholson. Him and Jack Nicholson are like best friends. That's
that's
Jack
perfect.
got it. Jack got him the job, but it makes it even better. And we get Jack Palance in this. And I'm speaking of City Slickers. I love I love his character in here. He's not in it very long, but it works so well because there was always mob bosses and all these other things that weren't like Batman's rogues gallery, but they were still things he had to contend with.
Still a lot of crime in Gotham, and Batman was always taking him down, and Jack Palance just played it perfectly.
He played it.
I don't know how you could play it better without having some sort of, I don't want to say powers, but shtick. Like
the power was that exactly. It was he had power there, the power of money, the power of influence.
Mob boss.
He was a mob boss, and I like that
family for a long time.
It's what helped, like Pete talked about earlier, keeping the Batman character more of a grounded superhero. He doesn't fly. He doesn't do any things. He uses trickery. People think he flies because he's smart. Make the cape fly out, throw a smoke bomb,
he's wearing
grapple
body
hook
armor
up
when
in
they
the air.
shoot him.
Where's the blood, man?
Right.
Mickey's got it. I love it. My Batman is really, really small. I have a tiny Batman. My tiny Batman. He fits the tiny car.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the mystique of Batman works in this. It was Michael Keaton's. If there's one thing you will, other than Michael Keaton is my favorite Batman, if there's one thing Michael Keaton's ever remembered for the rest of time, he coined, "I am Batman.
I'm Batman."
That was his line, because it's always, "I'm vengeance. I am this. I am the night."
Yeah.
All of that.
That's Kevin Conroy right there, boy.
But Michael Keaton, Kevin Conroy, the animated series is
based
only
right
because
off
of
of
how
this
well this
we wouldn't
did.
have it without this movie because I mean they literally. I know
The intro song is is this song. I think they changed it a little. I think it's just it's a tiny change, but that dark Batman. Even the comics went darker. Like I know there was dark versions of Batman before this.
Yeah.
But this was when they went, "Oh, we really need to lay into this Dark Knight identity because people like this." And for me, I think it's kind of always stuck there. I know they've done things like Brave and the Bold and, some of the
Yeah.
more kid friendlier ones,
I
but
think right after this movie is when I kind of started picking up comics. I think they were going into like Nightfall, like with like Azrael as Batman and
Azrael.
Yeah.
stuff like that. That was kind of where that was starting to pick up, and it was he was a real edgy Batman, so it was like
Yeah.
going that way.
I don't know when The Dark Knight Returns
a lot of
dropped
swords.
by Frank
Yeah.
Miller. I don't know when that came around, but that was around this time, right? Right before,
Yeah,
right
yeah,
after.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think
The
Frank is
Killing
another
Joke, all
was
that.
another big moment for Batman was
That in periodicals, The Dark Knight
Yeah.
Returns was Batman's
Huge.
return to comics.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a totally different Batman
Mhm.
when that happened. He was kind of involved in the movie a little bit
Frank Miller was.
when the second one dropped, when the
Ugh.
Batman Returns.
Well.
But yeah, I like all the characters. I'm going to ask something controversial.
Do it.
I want to know where we all stand on the Harvey Dent situation.
Oh, you
Do you
mean
pre-
the
missed-
casting in this movie?
Do
Missed
you
opportunity.
Yeah, do you prefer Billy D. Williams or are you a Tommy Lee Jones man?
Tommy Lee Jones played
Billy D.
Two-Face. Tommy Lee Jones played Two-Face as if he was the Joker. Two-Face was never the wild, crazy, giggly, jump up and down villain. He was always cool and calculated, and he flipped a coin, whether you lived or died, whether he would steal
Yep.
his money or not. He was always the cool, collected, level-headed villain. Joker was the crazy one, and Tommy Lee Jones played Two-Face as if he was
A
the
maniacal
Joker.
one.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree with that. I think he
Yeah,
went. I like Tommy Lee Jones. I like
yeah.
that movie,
Great actor.
but I think
It's
Billy
different.
D
He
would have
played it
done
well.
what Pete
Dude.
just said.
Oh.
Did you guys ever? They did do a sequel in Batman '89 comics, like they kind
Yeah,
of.
I have
And they went that route.
issue
They went with
one.
that story arc
Ooh.
where he becomes Two-Face,
Somewhere around here.
right?
No,
it's
I
really
haven't read
good.
that.
And he gets a Robin. It's really cool. But yeah, it would have been great to see that. If they could have hit off a third one with that.
I love it
Tim
because
Burton
I
had
love
done a third one. I think
Yeah.
Billy D was primed and ready to be, because he was briefly in too. He was
He was, yeah.
mentioned and he was still around. And I'm telling you, man, Billy D. Williams would have been the coolest villain.
I'd have loved
ever.
it because he plays
Ever.
a great Harvey Dent in this movie
He does.
as just the regular DA Harvey Dent. It works, and as a kid, I kind of knew about Two-Face, but not really. So he's always been my Two-Face until Tommy Lee Jones took over the role. I do love Tommy Lee Jones. I love me a crazy Tommy Lee Jones ever since like Under Siege, stuff like that. But I do agree with Pete that he just ended up trying to be the Joker.
Yeah.
And it was also weird because you're already in a movie with the Riddler.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do we need to insane that
No.
level? There's times the Riddler's calmer than Tommy Lee Jones in that movie.
Yeah. And I wonder if
You
the
know?
directors of that film didn't like, hey, it's Tommy Lee Jones. We can't tell him to do something different. Or if Tommy Lee Jones refused to do something different.
It's possible. I don't
know
think
the
there was a
history
lot
of
of
it.
great behind the scenes stuff with that.
But
We will cover that because I was 10-ish when this one came out. I was the perfect age when Batman Forever came out. I had almost all the toy line. I had the soundtrack. I got the VHS. I was
The
into
McDonald's
it.
Batman glass.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, those
Yeah.
frosted,
Yeah.
textured,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
greatest cups ever.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
pretty good.
Those were so amazing. And to me, it was, now we're bringing back the neon, the
Yeah, they
colorfulness.
went the Adam West way.
They
yeah.
got silly.
Yeah.
They got
Campy. Let's get back to
punchy.
campy. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Campy,
but
yes.
to me, it's still one of my, as far as visually, one of my favorite ones, especially when Robin fights the gang, and they do, all their weapons are neon and all
Oh,
the black light colors, and that's a whole nother movie. We'll get to
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one
yeah.
later, but this is all Batman centric. But this one, I like this one. I like Kim Basinger. To me as a kid, she was a good looking babe. It could have been anyone. I know there was they tried to get Sean Young to do it, which I was like, well,
Michelle
gonna
Pfeiffer
learn-
too. But
Michelle
she was
Pfeiffer-
dating Michael Keaton at the time, and he was like,
And he
"Nah,
said
that's
that would be weird.
I was like, "No, that'd be weird. Come on, man."
And
But
then-
we would never got our Catwoman. Which,
No,
man, let me tell you,
we
that,
never-
now that did
worked
awaken
out.
something in me.
That
And
worked
a lot
out.
of us.
But it was also Sean Young tried to get that role in the second one, and she went insane.
Yes,
Like
she did.
showed up at
Oh,
the
yeah,
casting director dressed as Catwoman, and I think she just always regretted because she got hurt. She
Yeah.
was actually cast. She was hurt, and I read it was a horseback scene, and I'm like, did they just eliminate that scene because she got hurt?
Probably.
And just eliminate it from the script, but. And then Kim got brought in like 1 week before shooting started or something like that. So, yeah, I like her in this. She's got good chemistry with
There's
Michael
good
Keaton.
chemistry. She is clearly a screamer because I
Oh,
think
yeah.
I think in the last 35 minutes of this movie, she does nothing but scream.
She lets out a blood curdling scream. I was watching this pretty late
Yeah.
last night, and I was like, "Oh, Dad!" To turn the TV down. I was like, "That was really loud."
My favorite though is the roses in the hand with that music that da 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 da
Oh, yeah.
da da da
That
da.
waltz,
Boom.
yeah.
And she's just like, ah! Boom.
And her eyes roll back in her head and she just collapses. It's wonderful.
It's still my favorite to this day. I get a kick out of that. So it wasn't last night, it was the night before I turned this on in the house because kids can be up. I wasn't worried about it. The only one that stayed in the room was Chloe. So Chloe's watching this with us, and she's kind of paying attention, scrolling her phone, kind of paying attention. And the Joker appears, and she sees Jack Nicholson with the paint and all this, the white face, and
when he first walks into Jack's office.
Jack Palance's office.
That's a really scary scene,
dude. That's
in 4K. The way it's lit, I was like, "Yeah,
Who are you?
from the doctor's chair scene to that, it's a horror movie.
Yeah. It really
Like,
is.
that's the first time because I just noticed it different, right?
Yeah.
I've always seen, every time I've seen it, it's just kind of like dark. Like I can't really see the white. This time I can see the white with the shadows like in between the spots, and I'm like, that is creepy.
Well, the other thing I noticed in 4K, and I think I remembered seeing it slightly, is in the Axis warehouse scene where he fires the gun and it ricochets and it ends up going, it's like through his mouth.
Yeah.
And then he falls. You can see the bloody flesh hanging off of his face right before he falls. Yes.
Wow.
I was a little taken aback at that. I was like,
Yeah.
did they make this scene? Did they make it longer for this? But I could see it. So Chloe saw the Joker. She's like, oh, and she goes, oh, is that Jack? And Jack's like, yeah, Jack Nicholson. She goes, Jack. And she goes, oh yes, from The Shining, that Jack. And she's like, okay, 'cause she loves watching The Shining. I don't know why. To me, I'm like, it is a great film, but for me, one and done with that one. I'm like, I don't care to watch it anymore. It's weird and it's way too long.
It's weird.
Speaking of long movies,
I like it.
Yeah.
So she saw that, and then it gets to that where he has the business meeting with all the other powers, and he comes in with the flesh, and she goes, I don't like him with his flesh. I wish he'd put the paint back on. And I went, oh, just wait. And she's looking at me like, what do you mean? I said, just wait. And so we watched that whole scene, which is another favorite scene where he joy buzzers,
dude,
Antoine or whatever.
No hard
his name.
feelings.
Yeah, no hard feelings. Ooh, it's going to be a hot one in the old town tonight.
He just giving it those puns, yeah.
Fanning it with his hat,
collar.
kind of hot in the collar. And then he pulls out his handkerchief and wipes his forehead. And Chloe goes, oh,
yeah,
that his face is white.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, the chemicals bleached his skin. So he is the white color and he now paints it flesh. And then whenever they do the throw water in his face, I went, now watch. And he comes in, oh, melting, and pulls, boo. And she's just like, oh, I like that a lot. She liked the fact that he was faking the flesh color.
I like that about this. He's hiding it as opposed to like putting makeup on. Like he is the makeup. Like the makeup is him trying to blend in instead of.
It was very confusing the first time you saw this, and he comes out with flesh color. You're like, What is going? I don't understand what's happening. And then, like you said, Charlie, that reveal where he wipes his brow and it's white underneath, like the guy's knife.
You want to know what's even cooler about this is I read how they did it, because as a kid and even up until I read this, I always thought he had a little bit of white makeup on his handkerchief when he wiped his forehead, and that would look like he's wiping it off. And then the other scene was a cut, like they've just got the prosthetic, painted his skin color, and then when he's hiding his face, they cut it to where he's got the makeup on. No, they went one step further. They went, how do we do this? He's wearing makeup for the movie, but now he's going to wear makeup on the makeup. They covered it in a like a silicone cream all over the white. So they painted him in the white face, did a silicone cream, and then did a grease paint in the flesh, and then airbrushed it to make it look like him.
Good Lord.
And then he kept the handkerchief in his pocket was soaked in isopropyl alcohol, so that when he would wipe it, it would take the grease paint with it, but not fully. And it was taking makeup off of makeup that was on his face. And I'm like,
it's hard to do. Yeah.
In a low budget movie, no, we'd have done it the way I described it earlier. But in this one, they're like, how do we make this believable that his skin's white? And they went that far into it. And I'm jaw on the floor reading this, just like, whoa. Like it's 1989, 1988 when they're filming it.
Yep.
You know, like they weren't doing this in Adam West stuff, you know.
This is almost the height of practical effects. So it's like
Joker still had a mustache in the old show because Cesar Romero wouldn't shave it. They would not shave that thing. And I love reading that they kind of just let Jack go. Like they had him watch the old show and do a lot of things, and he does take a lot of Cesar Romero, but a lot of what he does is just Jack Nicholson off the leash. A lot of the lines he says, a lot of the stuff he comes up with an idea and they do it. And to this day, I didn't read it, and I'm sure it was his idea to shoot Bob at the end, because it's the part I hate the most about this movie.
Bob. Gun.
Bang.
What? Even the goon behind him was just
number
like,
one guy.
I don't want to be next. Like, I'll be number two for the rest of my life. Don't make me number one.
Sometimes people forget.
Just number two'd.
Sometimes people forget. Jack Nicholson's a really good writer too. Like, he's a really good film writer, and he directs too. So like, he comes up with a lot of, when he does movies, like he'll come up with a lot of good ideas and they'll end up going with it. Because
have you ever seen the interview with Matt Damon talking about The Departed?
Yes, where he talks about making fun of shooting that lady.
Yeah, it's
hilarious, dude.
It was a 30-second scene for The Departed where they're gangland shooting these two people in the back of the head on a beach, and it was supposed to be like a flashback kind of scene. And Matt Damon's telling the story, and he's telling it of how Jack's talking to the director, and he's like, okay, I can shoot this person in the back of the head, but if you leave the camera rolling, then I'm going to say, gee, she fell kind of funny. And it's going to make it better, because now you're going to notice he's a psychopath because he finds humor in people's death. And Matt Damon, this thing goes on for like 5 minutes.
He's like, leave it rolling, and I'll say yes.
But also, if you leave the camera rolling, I'll look at him, and what you'll do, as I forget the other characters, that he's gonna have a hatchet, and he's gonna kneel down, and what that's gonna tell the audience is that we're not done. And we're going to cut these people up into little pieces. And that's going to make the scene even better. You know, it's just,
oh my gosh.
I need to find it and I'll send it to you, Pete. But it's worth it to just, and I've seen The Departed several times, and I know the scene he's talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that actually tracks. It's a nothing scene. But when you know he did that, you're like, he's right. He is 100% right. How much it changes your perspective of it. So yeah, seeing him do all this wild stuff as the Joker, but it works because it's the Joker. Yeah. It's hard to explain that. That's what I expect.
Him dancing through the museum just brings me great joy, because it's clearly all improv. They had some little direction. Like, go over here first, go over there.
Oh
first.
yeah.
And you could just see Jack Nicholson is having the time of his life, just hamming it up.
Dancing to Party Boy by
Dancing
Prince.
to
Like, let's go.
Then we got a soundtrack. We need to talk about that here. A little
Prince,
bit.
man. There's no like I can't picture any other person to make songs for this. But listen, but watching this, and it's even the goons, the henchmen are having fun. They're, one's painting that sculpture with the green hair and the red lips, and they're spray painting. And God, I still love it to this day. Bob whips out that freaking knife to cut that painting, and Jack flips that thing up, and he's like, "Wait,
leave it.
I like this one. It speaks
it's like
to
the
me."
most sadistic picture.
It looks
like a horror.
gory. I don't know what it is.
I think it's a white faced clown or there's a white faced something in the middle of it.
But it looks like flesh.
Yeah,
it looks like a rib cage or something.
Yeah, it's so. But he's like, I like this one.
Is that a war eagle? Was that Viking thing where they did?
Oh yeah, like a blood eagle or
blood
something.
Eagle,
but
that's what it is.
Yeah. And this was another part where Chloe was kind of paying attention to the thing, and he brings the girlfriend over when he's talking to Vicky, and he goes, "I'm a bit of an artist myself, and I'd like to work in the abstract, but in like on real things." And he brings her over. She's got that like porcelain mask on. It's creepy. Just that.
Just that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then she pulls that thing down, and I couldn't see Chloe's exact expression, but she stayed staring at the television a lot longer. Like, what? Whoa, what did it? Man, they're playing with some acids,
And it was just brief enough. Like, you got it. You got this flash in your head, but they didn't linger on that shot for very long because it probably wasn't all that great, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But it was just enough for the brain to capture this quick snapshot of what Jerry Ryan, not Jerry Ryan. I'm sorry. I forget the lady's name.
Vicky Vale?
You got the idea, and it just sunk and stuck in your brain that whole time, and you didn't need a lot, which is it's that Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There isn't
Jerry
hardly
Hall.
a
That's who you're thinking.
drop of blood in the entire film. Everything's done off screen. But your mind builds this picture of what is going on, and
that's a perfect thing.
So much worse than anything they could have put on screen.
You don't see blood very much in this, but this movie's uber violent. Like I'm watching this thing, and that goes back to why I picked it. Was as a kid, I can recognize this is really violent. Like Batman's killing people in this movie, not knocking them out. Not knocking anything else. And it took me a long time to realize that the Joker didn't knock those people out in the museum.
No, he killed them.
He killed them.
They're all
and he admits it to Vicky because he said whenever he gestures about the new art he's doing, it's about life and it's about death. And he gestures around himself, which is the museum. And you have this realization of, all those people are dead.
He did.
All of them.
Yeah.
Like, that's nuts for a kid's property PG-13 movie that all these kids are running around going, "I'm Batman, I'm Batman, I'm Batman." And you're like, yeah, there's mass genocide in this movie.
Sure is.
And he's, and everyone that gets the Joker stuff, I don't think they're still alive. I think every one of them that got the Joker smile died. That newscaster, dead. The models, obviously, I think were dead.
Even in the cartoon, if you got the Joker gas, you die.
You laughed.
You're dead.
Yeah, it was something like it contorted. Yeah, you laughed to death. It caused your body to seize up and contort. But yeah, it was like Mickey was saying, where as an adult you start seeing things you didn't pick up on as a kid, and you're just like, oh. This movie's uber violent. Like my mom was more mad about Raphael yelling "damn" in Ninja Turtles than me watching Batman, where they have dropped shit a couple of times in it, old bastard and stuff like that. Yes, for everyone that hasn't picked up yet, we're trying to be somewhat PG-13 tonight. So if you want to let your kids listen to this one, I always appreciate, especially a movie that you can share with your kids, maybe share an episode that you can listen to them with. So that's what my idea is with this. But anyway, we've been talking quite a bit.
We have.
We're still got more talking to do. We're going to hit a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
You want a war? Well, you got it right after this.
Sharks of the Corn? Virus Shark? Cocaine Shark? Sharktopus? Yeah, those are all real movies. Join me, Steve Coates, as each week I take a comedic look at the bizarre world of sharksploitation cinema on Bucket of Chum, the Shark Movie Podcast.
All right, Paul. So I think it's time we, made a trailer.
Do we have to?
Like, people keep asking, so we're gonna deliver.
Well, what are we supposed to do in this damn trailer?
We're just gonna talk about shit we do here. We theme our months, right? Like, what do we?
I mean, I know we've done stuff like musicals and animation months and creature features, all sorts of stuff, but is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it's something kind of like that. That I'm probably gonna sit there and tell people, we're on all social medias. We're on the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and it's all under Flicks and Friends podcast.
Yeah, I guess so. If they're not tired of hearing that by now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that'll work. Should we press record?
Yeah, let's press record right now.
Are you looking for a movie podcast with deep dives, interviews, and thoughtful film analysis?
We ain't got none of that. What do we got?
You want to hold the bucket?
Right, I'll hold the bucket, sit in the
I'll
cuff
just stand
chair.
there with my. I will never blink. I'll just be there holding the bucket.
I will
like,
never blink on her drapes, most likely. You look like a drape jizzer. R.I.P. That sweet, sweet pussy. It is known that Jessica Tandy had the sweetest pussy in Hollywood. If you don't know, Google it. Don't Google Jessica Tandy's pussy, you guys. Don't do it. Don't do it. Doom Generation. Available anywhere you find podcasts.
I didn't come here to talk. Lucky for you, they did.
So, yeah, I mean, realizing that this one, people do die in it. I mean, Batman blows a dude up with dynamite at the end when he kicks him down the bell tower hole.
Well, that won't be the last time because he does it in Returns also. Remember?
Yeah. Like Batman kills a lot of people. Like,
yeah, in 2, he kills a lot of people.
Yeah, he blows up them clowns.
Yeah.
He does it again with them too. But this one, like, he blows up the entire Axis chemical building. Pretty sure people were still working in
He
there.
just drove the Batmobile in there and blew it up.
But let me tell you, man, I still love that scene. I love seeing the Batmobile go in. Those 50 cals popping, those covers fly off.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't know how they turn sideways because you don't see that, but they make that perfect rectangle for the Batmobile to drive in.
Just don't worry about that. It's fine.
Yeah.
It just poops a little bomb out.
There's enough camp in this movie that it's a comic book movie. I don't expect reality at all whatsoever.
Does it have the guns?
It's got the guns.
Oh my god!
This is the greatest toy ever. It just keeps giving.
I like that.
I was wanting to look at the tires. Like, is there a little bomb on it? But no. But there are little bat hubcaps, which are awesome. But I just because the canopy kind of covers them a little bit, so I slid it back and went. They move. They move. Like, if this thing starts making noise, I'm just going to lose it. That's all there is to it. Like, this is just the coolest.
So here's my Death in the Family.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And I'm missing one. I'm missing number 3.
Let me see the covers.
I'm probably missing the one you have.
You are missing the one I have.
Yep.
Because mine is literally dead Robin laying on the ground. Like, that's how like shocking it was. But I feel like it has the best
when
panel.
Bane broke the Bat's back. Got that whole.
I have that in hardcover. Somebody got that for me for Christmas.
Yeah, one of my favorites. This series was a hoot.
I have all of those.
Yeah,
Yep.
I got the first and second. They had a second printing with the Huntress. Or a second series of the Huntress.
Yeah.
I have another. Hold on. I got another thing of Batman. I was just remembered. Is it this one? This is for our YouTube listeners and watchers.
Yeah.
If you're watching listening to it on the podcast, you can just hop over there and look and check out all the scenes that we're talking about here. But yeah, I think this is it.
Ooh.
This is
That looks
The
cool.
Batman and Judge Dredd.
Oh, very cool.
Sick.
Yes. This was a Judgment Gotham. I got this from my local comic shop. It came in like a file. It says Judge Dredd, but it was all the promo stuff for when DC got control of Judge Dredd and released it.
Nice.
He never put it up. So I was there one day and he goes, Charlie, because I was always buying all the Judge Dredd stuff. And he goes, Charlie, you like all the Judge Dredd stuff, don't you? I'm like, yeah. And he goes, here, I found this for you. And he just hands it to me. And there is like a Judge Dredd, like cut out of the shield. There was a sticker in here, but there's like all these posters, and there was the Batman. That was like the big DC crossover since they got the property.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was cool. See, I have all kinds of Batman stuff. Like I love it so much. But yeah, what else about the movie can we talk about? So we're talking about the Batmobile a little bit. Yeah.
We haven't talked about one of my favorite characters and the most underrated character in any Batman series, Alfred. And I love this Alfred so much. He's in all 4 movies, right? Like all the way up to Batman and Robin.
I think you're right. Yep.
Just tremendous. He's so much like
Michael Go.
Like a grandpa, dad, uncle, whatever you want. He's just so caring and like funny too, and like charming. He's the perfect Alfred to me, and I love.
He's my Alfred. He was in the one Dracula movie we did, Pete, like a couple years ago. The first Hammer one we ever did. We realized it was a young Alfred.
Yeah, the Blood of Dracula.
The Blood of Dracula. Yeah, it was a young Alfred in it. But Michael Go is my Alfred. Second favorite Alfred is the animated series one. That
for sure.
Like, I mean, Michael Caine is great. I love Michael Caine. Michael Caine. It's a Christmas movie with Michael Caine.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Yeah, that's okay. It's all right. I bought a house with all my Jaws money, but he sure did. He sure did. But I think for what we've always grown up with as the character, this one,
dude,
this
when I think of Alfred, I see him.
It's hard not to. If you watch the TV show, that fella also is Alfred. It's hard to ignore him. And he's a very old actor. He was an
older gentleman.
Day the Earth Stood Still or something. He's been in a bunch of old sci-fi films. But one of my favorite Alfreds was Sean Pertwee.
Oh, he was really good too.
From the TV show Gotham.
Yeah.
I really thought that he was like this Alfred makes a lot of sense, that he's been protecting Bruce Wayne as an ex MI5.
It's gone that way since,
has it?
I'm saying in recent movies, it's kind of been like, that's how all Alfreds are. They're like these ex-military dudes, and
it
wives.
Makes sense. Like he and Thomas Wayne were buddies, and Thomas Wayne hired him to come on as their butler to Butthole.
Isn't oh crap, what's from Lord of the Rings?
Andy Serkis.
Yeah,
Andy Serkis is in the Batman. He's and you get that feel like there's something
Jeremy
more.
Irons in like the Snyderverse.
I kind of like Jeremy Irons as Alfred. He fits that role.
Wow,
also, I think Jeremy Irons has been the same age since the 80s.
Since Live Hard or
because
Die Tomorrow or whatever.
Yeah, well, yeah, you watch the With a Vengeance, Die Hard with a Vengeance, but you'll watch stuff like The Man in the Iron Mask, which is the other Musketeer movie, and you're just kind of like, do you age? Are you a vampire? Because and then you see him in The Beekeeper, and you're like, you look exactly the same, and you sound the same. Like I don't like one day he's just going to be dust. One day that's it. There's no aging.
He's
it's
just
just
go out in the sunlight one day, and it's just going to be over.
He's going to be Rust. Jeremy Irons turns into Jeremy Rust, and he's gone. Alan Napier was the first. Well, in the 66, 60s Batman was that one. But yeah, I like him.
He's a really good. He plays really well. Like we're talking about Michael Keaton's comedy. This Alfred is like the perfect, like, back and forth with it. Like
Yeah.
Batman puts the glass down. He's like running really fast to like grab it before it falls, and just stuff like that was hilarious.
Doing that stuff, the way he responds to Vicky Vale at the party, like even he didn't know who she was, but caught his eye. Like, oh, there's one for Master Wayne. There we go.
He's
Settle.
the perfect
That'll settle
wingman,
him
isn't
down.
he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like how he reacted to Arliss giving him a tip.
Oh, dude.
When he
Oh,
lifts that
yeah.
dollar bill up in near disgust, like this,
I got
this
it.
is so
The white
below
gloves.
me.
Yeah, you go to a millionaire's place and you tip it.
you
Like,
tip.
that's
Come on,
that's
man.
that's how out of water. And that's another underrated character in here. Knox was created for the movie.
Yeah, he was.
He was brought in back to the comic that Mickey was talking about. Knox is in the Batman '89.
Did he make an appearance in the comics after a while? Okay.
Yeah. But I really like him in this. I think he's a bit of a comedy relief to actually get some of the jokes and stuff like that. It's like, look, I'll pose nude, but you got to use a long lens.
Funny joke.
You know,
That's a good joke.
It's
such a throwaway. Oh,
it's a throwaway, but it's a great one for the adults to laugh at, and the kids go, "What's that mean?" Like, I don't.
don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't even worry about it.
Batman's coming up. Pay attention.
Them making fun of the suits of armor in the mansion is still some of the funniest stuff. He's like king of the Wicker people. Where does the guy get? He's like, I bought it. It's Japan. He's like, oh yeah, you bought it.
He hit him with the Batman. We're like, oh, he's right there.
Yeah, showed up right behind him. I love that. Yes. A good Commissioner Gordon. Not a huge character till later on in the movies.
Yeah.
He gets a bit more. I really like Eckhart in this. Which is also
Slimy.
Porkins.
So slimy.
He's a Star Wars guy. Yep. He was
Star Wars guy. He was in Hardware that we did, the killer robot stuff. He was the perv in that. But I like him as Eckhart. Like, I kind of am upset he dies so quickly in the movie because he plays that gruff detective.
He's a foil. I mean, he's this. And in this movie, they know he's a dirty cop. Why aren't you just calling HR or internal affairs on this dude?
Because he's connected, man. It goes. Everybody's connected as it goes up.
Yeah.
It was. He was replaced in the cartoon. It was it Bullock?
Yeah,
that's
Harvey Bullock.
Harvey Bullock, which he wasn't a dirty cop. He was just a hard ass,
a blowhard.
Yeah, and but I liked Bullock in that. But Eckhart, watching this, he just went into this character. I don't know what it is. I love the way he plays it, especially when he's talking to Jack. When they're having the meeting in the alley, and he's like, "I'm Grissom's my boss, not you." I don't.
It's great delivery. I don't answer to psychos.
Like, he's one of the few people that aren't scared of him.
He's not, and the way he's not quite skulking away when they have the standoff with Commissioner Gordon. Bob's got him by the gun, and Eckhart's just kind of quietly walking away in the shadows, and Jack sees it and shoots him. I like that. I just hate that he died so quickly in it. This is also the first time they've linked the Joker to the death of Batman's parents.
Yeah, I didn't care for that. Well, first time I saw it, I didn't care for it. It also made the ending a little weird because then they kind of knew who each other were behind the mask, literally, and that never sat well with me.
But the fact they kill the Joker, I think, is the reason why they were able to go with that.
The app pissed me off. The fudge up.
The fudge off.
Holy
Yeah.
moly. That was
a choice.
It was a choice, and I'm sure Jack didn't want to come back for a sequel, and that's just fine. But the Joker is the number one nemesis of Batman. You can't kill him off. And then they went ahead and killed Penguin too. So I'm like, Tim, what you doing, man?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
I think they were trying to differentiate to the movies to give an excuse to always be able to do something different
new.
character,
Fair.
something new. I think part of it is, number one, when this came out, they had no idea it was going to be the blockbuster.
It was
this turned into a.
They were swinging for the fences, and they hit a grand slam
Because most people were like, we're making honestly, a lot of people probably say we're making another Batman movie. You know, that goofy thing with Adam West, because they did
that's
Batman
exactly what they're thinking. Especially
66.
when they hired Keaton. They're like, Funny Man's gonna be Batman again.
Right. Nobody had faith in this, and then obviously they pushed. That's why they pushed the trailer out so fast, and then people got interested. I was watching a little bit of the Batmania coverage on YouTube, which is a fascinating.
Ooh, I gotta watch that. Yeah.
Dude, there's so many like local news stations that are just talking about the premiere. When was the last time you turned the news on and they're talking about the premiere of a movie?
Jurassic
like
Park.
just the insanity of it. Right, but we're still in the same neighborhood.
Agreed.
89, 90,
Avatar?
91.
Star Wars. The
Star
Phantom Menace.
Wars, The Phantom Menace, but not the most recent trilogy.
No.
That didn't get anywhere close to.
Sadly, no.
I think Phantom Menace, I think you're right. I think that's the last big
Mm-hmm.
commercial merchandising movie tie-in push, because they had all the toys ready to go. I was one of them. I was buying all of the first series of the Phantom Menace stuff.
I was over the moon for a Star Wars movie. Oh my gosh.
And watching this, they didn't have like the merchandise they were selling wasn't the movie merchandise. It was just if it had Batman on it.
You just put
they
that
were
gold
selling
and
it.
black symbol up there.
The symbol, there was a lot of the comic versions of Batman. They were putting it on banners and t-shirts and all this other stuff. And one guy, they were doing an interview with him going, I would show you the Joker shirt we're selling, but we already sold out. We just got a truckload today and they're gone. Like it was mania. That's the best word for it. Was you could not throw a rock and not hear about Batman. My mom, zero care about anything comic book, television, nothing like that. Knew who Batman was.
Sure.
Like just not even a question. Never questioned it whenever I wanted the movie. This is Batman. It's fine. It's comic. Just let you get it.
Yeah, it was a phenomenon in the 60s.
Yeah.
That short run TV series.
Wait till we get to the body count, Mom.
right. But that TV series really hit. I mean, you did the Batusi. There was so much cultural iconography from that TV show that just oozed into
till it jumped a shark.
Until it literally jumped a shark.
It's where we got that phrase.
No, that was Happy Days. That was Happy Days.
It was Happy Days.
That was Happy Days
Right,
when
the
Fonzie
Fonz
literally jumped over a shark.
Yeah.
That's right.
On water skis, yeah.
But he shot
in his leather jacket, by the way.
But he hit a shark with shark repellent.
Yes.
He sure did. He had bat shark repellent in his bat
shark
belt.
repellent.
Always prepared.
Gadgets. That's what we talk about now. The
Where
bat
does he
belt.
get those wonderful toys?
My God, dude. Like seeing the gadgets he's got, the grappling hook changed up than just being the batarang that he pulls out.
Yeah. Man, when you saw that the first time in real time,
when he whips it and it folds.
Oh, like, that's awesome.
This one's mine. Hold on.
Using the smoke pellets, that was really cool too.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Batarang.
Got my batarang. But yeah,
that was about all Batman had, though. He had this batarang, he had his repellent, he had his
you had the bat. He had his smoke bombs. So he
had
does
that really cool. Well, I don't know if it was the same grappling gun, but the one that shot like a zip.
No,
line.
that one's different. That's a zip line.
That's different. Okay,
because it fired both ways. Because I love when he pulls it and points it at the Joker's face, and those pieces fly out and fire. I love that. I love that the Batmobile has a grappling hook and he uses it to make like hairpin turns.
That's badass.
Did y'all watch the Mythbusters episode where they tested the Batmobile stuff? No, so much momentum, you can't do it.
Tear all the axles out of the car.
I love that with the grappling hook, or the grappling gun, he asks her, how much do you weigh? Like he's calculating in his mind.
I'm doing math here, woman. Don't lie to me.
You're 108 my foot.
Kim Basinger is a tall woman. Well, at least she's not short.
And it was cool that
8. Come on.
It didn't go all the way up. And he's like, all right, you take it the rest of the way up. I'm going to go back down
now. Don't let go. What do you mean? Gone. She looked like their action figures that had that special play feature.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Gone. And then he falls flat on his back. You got a remote control Batmobile, voice controlled, Like, guess what,
Yeah.
Elon Musk? Batman did it first. Talking to the armor, dude, the armor mode.
That was pretty cool.
You're seeing the Batmobile in all its glory, and
It's character.
it's a
Just like you
character.
said,
It's
yeah.
also it was on a Impala frame, like a lot of just pieces and parts. It's got Honda Civic headlights, Ferrari tail lights, a Harrier jump jet engine in the back that's modeled off of, like, all this stuff put together, and then they armor it like an armadillo, and it just looks. To this day, I still think it holds up. The effects to do it. I love it. The tires get it.
Yeah.
It's so cool. And then he calls it to him, stop. He's right in front of his feet. And every Batmobile has to have a really bright light that shines into your passengers' eyes so that they can't see who you are as you go. Batcave. What's a Batman movie without the Batcave?
That's a great moment when he's taking her through the forest into the waterfall. Dude, I love that.
The where you can't really see the road.
The music hits just perfectly. It's like,
God, it's so good. When I first brought Jackie to down home here in Virginia, the road back here off of where our house is, there's one of those hills that when you get to the top, you really can't see the bottom.
Yeah.
And we got up to this thing. She's sitting in the front and she goes, where's the bottom? And I always picture that when I watch the Batman now, because that's basically what Vicky Vale's doing this entire time.
Yeah.
And then he runs it into the mountainside, but it's fake, which I like that's kind of a callback to the 60s Batman.
100%. Oh, yeah.
Where he would go into there. But I love the addition of, and I think it was in the comics, of where he parks the Batmobiles on a giant turntable.
Yes.
So he pulls in straight, but when he leaves, it turns back around, so he's face back out.
That's very much from the comics. Like the comics.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they drew that out. Like he doesn't have he has a lab, but it's not like what we get later in the movies. He's just sitting at a computer. I do like that in the movies later, they touch on the fact that Alfred is a mechanic. It's it's Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
When it's Batman Forever because it's Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Because he gives Robin the motorcycle that needs fixing. He goes, Alfred is a great mechanic, but he's not got time to get to this one yet. And that's that little nugget of Alfred in the comics was the mechanic to be working on a lot of this stuff. And Nolan did it really good with Michael Caine.
Yeah.
Michael Caine was helping more as far as the gadgetry in the office. I know they had Fox doing the things. Fox was the Q, but Michael Caine was whenever they're doing the suit and working on everything. I like those additions from the comics into the movies and how they've kind of grown that lore, the backstory to it. But yeah, I love every bit of the gadgetry in here.
We gotta talk about his body armor too, because this guy takes like point blank shots.
Point blank.
And
like
he's fine.
Who doesn't shoot for the head? Why is everyone shooting the chest?
Why are you shooting for the body? Why does the Joker take a shot to the he hits some squaw in the abs?
Oh yeah.
At the very
where
end.
he's got
Why did you
he's
punch
got
him in
the silver tray
Yeah.
in his chest, which is another great scene. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? What? There's just something funny I like to tell people right before I kill them. Bam! Just knocks him clean off, man. It's a great scene. The Joker, actually, for Joker to complain about who gets all these cool toys,
he's got some
he's
cool
got
stuff.
a lot of cool
got a
arsenal.
lot of great toys.
He's got one of the
And
coolest movie guns ever.
Oh my god, dude! It's
And
down
it's
his pant leg.
telescopic. He's like this. I'm like, oh my god, I want that.
But and Cesar Romero, he's got the punching glove on the pistol thing, punching the TV.
He's got the squirty flower.
All the acid flower.
Take a soy buzzer. Yeah.
I love all of that.
The gun that says bang. Oh.
Yes.
I can't take it anymore.
I couldn't live life without you.
Another moment she screams again. She's just got to scream all the time.
Faints. I think she fainted at that point.
Yeah.
And another thing that they took from the 60s show is the henchmen are all in the same outfits.
Yeah.
They're in like a purple leather jacket.
I'd
The
love to have one of those
cars
jackets.
are purple and green. All these sedans chasing the Batmobile. Like I love it. Like it's different, but it still had the same vibe that we grew up with when we watched the old show.
Yeah.
You know, it just, this one just did it right. This is a, you know, I know we've gotten a lot of Batman movies. This is one of the few that we've gotten a lot of. God, none of them's ever really done it like this one, though.
No.
Like, Mickey and I were talking earlier, my favorite Batmobile, which we can all talk about that right now, it's this one. This is my favorite Batmobile. My second favorite's the animated series. But my favorite Batmobile scene is in the Batman when it's hiding down that alley and those flames kick up and that music starts to swell. It looks like Christine. It looks like the moment Christine's on fire chasing the guy down the street. Yeah. And when it takes off and then that whole car chase with the penguin, that to me, like that was like right
flying
there.
through the flames, dude. It's like
amazing. I can watch that scene over and over and over again. The movie's long, but I can watch that one all day. But but just like, I like the Batman, but it's nothing like these.
No.
None of the sequels, aside from maybe Batman Returns, ever gets the vibe that Keaton's had in '89. You know, Christopher Nolan's was totally different. Christopher Nolan's was almost militant in a way. You know, Mickey and I were talking about, like, that Batmobile was a tank. It's my least favorite.
It was a tank. Yeah.
It was a tank. It literally turned into a tank at the last movie because there's multiple of them running around.
I really like that the bat bike popped out of that thing, though. That was really cool.
The bat bike was cool.
Yeah, that's right.
The rotating wheels on that thing.
Well, I'm also just now remembering there were other people besides Joel that I asked about their Batman memories. So
oops.
Yeah, there's not a ton. Like I said, I got some highlights. But our buddy Daniel, Spicy Daniel, I asked him about his memories. He says he's in the Discord, I love this movie. Keaton is my Batman. I was so excited to see this movie. I remember going to the store and getting the toys. Only 3 figures, a couple of the vehicles, and the Batcave playset, but they were awesome. Ooh. That's right, there was a Batcave playset. I don't remember that. Yeah. Huh. If I remember right, it was a physical playset, but a lot of it was cardboard. Like a lot of the background pieces was cardboard on it. But that's Spicy Daniel. And Mickey, didn't you get something from Dustin for this?
Yeah. Hold on. He actually emailed me his history because I asked.
Awesome. Well, yeah, it's Dustin. We love Dustin.
So this is from Dustin. You know him from Flicks and Friends and the Barons podcast.
And Be Action.
Yeah.
You know,
and Be Action. Yeah. That's right. That's right. So sorry. Yeah. The most important one. The most important
Absolutely.
one.
The most important one. The show.
And I quote, Batman '89 is the greatest movie of all time. I couldn't live life without it. I couldn't eat, breathe, or do anything without Batman, especially Tim Burton films. I love this movie. End quote.
Nice.
I mean, it's just good to know that there's true fans out there that appreciate that.
I was a little worried Dustin would be weird about it, and thankfully he's not weird about it.
I had faith in him. I know we have our issues with Iron Eagle and other things with wings, but I knew Batman was going to be the one. Dustin, I'm gonna forewarn you, and I won't name the show, but I have heard rumors someone else is covering it this month, and I got an inside track that they didn't really like this movie.
Oh.
You may not want to listen to that episode.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you later in private which show that is so you can avoid it. I don't want to cause any drama. So I'm not going to say what show is also covering it this month and maybe isn't speaking as fondly as it should. And also berates their guests when they talk to other people about this movie. But
I feel
anyway,
like we're going to have to go on there and
we
save this from them.
We might have to. I mean, hey, we're doing it right now. That's kind of the way I look at it. Our other brother, Lo Wang, Mitch Von Malibu, in our Discord, he goes, my memories are of myself walking around for a few weeks after watching it, pretending I'm Batman.
Of course.
I think that was every person.
You're not alone there.
Shared experience, my friend.
Yeah. Like, look, one of my cats is named Batman. Okay. He's all black. Liam named him. So there you go. My youngest is like, that's a black cat. It's Batman. That's exactly what we're doing. Matter of fact, the cat wasn't even black when we got it because it was really silver. That's why Jackie picked it. And Liam goes, "That's Batman." I'm like, "He's gray. Whatever. Fine." Turned black. I'm pretty sure it did it for Liam.
Power of the Batman.
Yeah. A child's will.
Yeah.
Just make it that. Let's see. Let me pull up my other. I got 2 others. Let's see. These are a lot of guys I have a lot of conversations with, so I gotta scroll. This is my buddy Ryan Vidic. I asked him about his memories. He goes, "I honestly don't know the first time I watched it. I'd say probably when I was 5 or 6. I knew Batman from Adam West Batman show, but I thought it was awesome. Way above my head about what was going on, but the car was badass. Keaton's Batman is the most memorable out of all of them. I love the Batplane. Absolutely. I love the Batplane. Second only to the animated series one, in my opinion. The Batman plane taking out all the balloons and Joker shooting that long barreled gun at it. My balloons.
I like how sincere he was. Those are my balloons.
Oh, and I
Did
can
you tell me he had those.
Why didn't you tell me he had that? Oh, and I can remember the part where Batman saves Vicky at the art gallery and then all the way up to where he drove her through the Batcave as a kid. I don't know why I think of I can't turn my head and stare is what I did. I guess he would repeat that. Like Batman doesn't look at her. He just
Because you
keeps
can't.
looking ahead.
Well, he can't.
That,
Yeah.
that
They
cow-
do. I do like that they address that. He's like, "I'd like to be able to turn my head." The Christian Bale ones. And then I asked my buddy Paul Cole Wheat. He is one of our huge fans. He always messages me when he's listening to B Action or Give Me Back. He's always has a lot of love for all of us. I have too many memories. I remember when the malls and the arcade was right next to the movie theater. It was just nothing but Batman. I remember watching it with my best friend all the time. Like, dude, we're watching Batman. We had all watched the TV show as kids growing up and got into the comics. It was magical time seeing it come alive and not actually suck. Michael Keaton as Batman ? That never should have worked, but it did. And Jack as the Joker, sublime. Heath Ledger was amazing and dark and awesome, but Jack was just unhinged. He inhabited that role and stole the movie and showed just how important the villain is to the hero. That is true. That right there is a good villain is needed for a good superhero movie or action movie. We say this all the time. A lot of times a villain can make or break a film. No matter how good your hero may be, he's got to have an equal villain. And the Joker just works. He really does. And to Pete's credit, it does kind of hurt it that he dies at the end of the movie.
Killed me.
I do love this.
It, killed me.
Yeah, I do love this at the end of the movie. And fun fact, I forget, I think either me and Mickey had talked about this or one of us had talked about this, always talking about the ticking bomb in movies. And it's like, no, that thing should have exploded 20 minutes ago. That's how little time it's on there. When he goes, "Meet me on the roof in 10 minutes. It is 10 minutes.
Is it really on the nose?
Nice. Is on the nose 10 minutes. But I love Batman going up, fighting all of these different goons as he works his way up this bell tower, basically, and kicking their butts, killing people, knocking them off the building.
He gets his butt kicked a little bit too.
He gets
one guy wrecks him. Like, he's a big.
Well, he fights the giant one that he
yeah.
ends up literally having to blow up just to beat. Like, I feel like that's cheating, Batman. Batman now would have used his brain, a bit of detectiveness, and not resorted to that. And then to a lot of thought, Batman outmatches the Joker in almost every iteration. We're not counting absolute Batman, Mickey. But Batman can beat up the Joker anytime he wants to. That's kind of the whole
physically for sure.
The joke of it. Yeah. It's about the Joker outwitting him. It's a battle of wits, or just Batman not realizing exactly how insane the Joker is. But to get into this basically like fisticuffs, and then the Joker turns it into a joke. the entire time.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't hit a man with glasses, would you? You know, you
Throws a pair of
crushes-
cheddar teeth at him.
yeah. And then, I love it. It is so good. You know, him messing with Vicky Vale doing the dance while he's just waiting for this helicopter. And like Mickey said, there's a Joker helicopter fly. How do you get FAA licensing for that? Where's the tail number?
He dropped $20 million in the middle of Gotham. So, hey, don't worry about me. I got extra.
Fun fact, and it was deleted for this, and I don't know if they actually filmed it, but I've always had this thought in my head because there's a moment in the movie, it's in the museum, where he's like, you know, I've always wanted my face on the $100 bill or the $1 bill.
Yeah.
When he throws all the money out, there was supposed to be, it was all Joker money. It was all his face on it, but they didn't film it or it got cut for whatever reason. So everyone's throwing themselves out there dying in this Joker gas for not real money.
Mhm.
It's all counterfeit.
Suckers.
And yeah, that Batplane scene, the machine's got rockets, it's got miniguns, and then giant scissors that come out the front of it.
Scissors.
And like the baby balloon that looks like it's farting Joker gas and all this other. I love it. The goons, like it gets ripped out of their hands and they're jumping up trying to grab it. Like it reminds you of the Macy's Day Parade when the wind took the balloons.
Took all the balloons. That was recent, wasn't it? A couple years ago.
I thought that was like in the 90s that happened.
All right.
I forget. I'm sure they fought wind a lot, but there was one I remember
real bad.
Like it destroyed some balloons. Like I want to say it was either Snoopy or Garfield that got Spider-Man. Spider-Man got wrecked.
Oh no.
In one of them. But yeah, I love all that.
The Batplane hitting the moon at just the right angle at just the right time. That's when the three of us guys jumped out of our seat. Popcorn went flying. And we went, that's the greatest thing ever.
With the music pumping.
That scene in the theater was worth it seeing in the theater for that one scene because it is perfectly centered and framed and everything.
And the one thing we haven't talked about the soundtrack really. We've been singing the soundtrack. We've been
we talked a little bit about Prince and everything, but
Right.
talking about
But
the actual Batman.
This had two soundtracks. This
Yes.
had the Danny
Prince.
Elfman score, and it had the Prince, full Prince,
All song,
a full album of Prince songs just about Batman.
Yeah.
And you know how hard that is? We're talking about Prince, who
for
does
Prince?
not license his music out.
Oh, to get him to do that? Yes.
To get him to do this stuff. Like you had to have impressed him.
Mhm.
And I think him and Elfman were friends or something like that because Elfman is
both rock stars.
very prolific in the music industry.
Oh, yeah. He was an Oingo Boingo, man. So I
Yep.
mean,
Yeah, that's right.
Oingo Boingo, love it.
Yeah.
But so here's a slice of nostalgia for you.
Go for it.
I bought the Batman CD, first CD I ever bought, and I didn't have a CD player yet. So I had bought the CD and it sat on my dresser until I saved up enough lawn mowing money and I bought a receiver with a CD player and two like 15-inch woofers. I had to
Nice.
save up like $150 or something like that, however much it was, maybe $250.
Man.
And I bought this whole system. I set it up. The first song I listened to on CD was the Danny Elfman Batman.
That's awesome.
Intro. Do 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 do. I just sat there with the lights off and just
That's awesome.
shivers. Like I love this.
No, it's the music again. Like we've said it a lot. The music, it's a character. When that music, it's like hearing the Superman theme. You
Star
know
Wars,
what it is.
Superman,
Star Wars,
Indiana Jones,
That reminds me because
Jurassic Park. Yeah,
my kids were talking about that one day. Like, they were singing Spider-Man. They were like, "What's Batman song?" And I was like,
na 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 na.
they did that, but I was like, no, hold on. And I put on Batman animated series. I was like, this is the Batman song.
Yes, true.
That was when that started streaming. And you remember when Netflix would be like, would you like to skip the intro and jump right into the thing?
Hell no.
That's a
that one and the X-Men theme song.
Never
You
skip.
never, ever, ever. And it got so good that even the Avengers animated one that they did in the 2000s, Like
Earth's
that.
Mightiest Heroes.
Yeah, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. That intro slaps.
Yeah,
like
good.
that was amazing, and I was like, never skip it. I will always listen to
I did that
Batman,
for Cowboy Bebop. That was the one I
Oh.
never skipped.
Oh my
Samurai
god, dude.
Champloo. No, I know we're throwing
Ooh,
anime out here, but like that's another one you
It's
never.
fine. It's fine. There's some anime Batman out there. I get it. It's
There
totally
is, yeah.
fine. You know, it's
Ninja Batman.
Ninja Batman.
Ninja Batman. Saw that.
Batman is a ninja. I love that they
Batman-
finally like
Batman
wade
and the
into
Turtles.
that. Batman versus the Ninja Turtles. DC
Batman
when they
versus Shredder is a peak on-screen fight.
was
If
good.
you ever,
Yeah,
if you ever
it
just
really
go
was.
watch it.
DC may not be doing great with movies lately.
Their animation, has
but
always
their
been top-notch.
animation
Oh, yeah.
Always.
has been like Marvel had, other than the TV shows, Marvel's never really been able to capture that animation
Yeah.
that DC
Not-
is.
not like-
DC's had it for a long time, like since Mask of the Phantasm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
DC's had a stranglehold.
Master-
Well, just
I
since
know.
Batman the Animated Series, since that first came out in what,
Yeah.
91? What was it?
It was like 91, 92, something like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't too far removed from this movie.
Mhm.
Right around the time the second movie came out, that Fox picked it up, and that, like, as a kid, like, I love this movie, but because I didn't always get the comics, that was my Batman. That was my.
Yeah.
That's what taught me my lore.
Yeah.
That's what told me who each of the bad guys were and their origins, which maybe weren't completely comic accurate, but
That's
most of the
close
time the
enough.
cartoon was really close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also gave us the birth of Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
That she was on the TV show first. Never. It was later that she was put in the comics.
We got
So
Mark Hamill as the Joker, the
oh
greatest.
my god, dude.
That's my Joker.
Yeah, because he was Luke Skywalker, and then he was the what was he called in the Flash? Yeah,
Oh.
he was the villain in the old 1990s.
He was a policeman in
Flash.
MacGyver.
He was a cop in MacGyver. We did do that. I kept
But-
wanting to say cock knocker, but that was the Jay and
Oh,
Silent
yeah, no,
Bob.
no, But in
Hey,
Batman
edit
the
that
Animated
out.
Series though was cool because it was a cartoon for kids, but it didn't treat it like it didn't treat kids like they were dumb.
It
Like, these
didn't
were like
dumb it
serious
down for
stories,
us.
and they were like legit. Yeah.
Yeah. It got into some like psychological. The
Yeah.
Clayface one
Dude.
is probably still my favorite
Yeah.
episode ever of the
Yeah.
animated series
Legit.
because
Mr. Freeze was always a sympathetic villain. It
that
was-
is probably
favorites.
peak Freeze, right? Is
Yeah.
in those, but yeah,
Batman.
he had that almost. It was a robotic, but not voice for that. But yeah, like Pete was saying about Two-Face, that got into that cold calculating.
Oh, that was a great Two-Face.
Tired of the Joker's shenanigans. Like
That was the first time I saw
absolutely-
Killer Croc too. I was like, oh, this guy's
Yeah,
awesome.
same.
Yeah.
Never seen him in any of those. The ventriloquist was always a cool.
Yeah,
Matt
Mad
Hatter.
Hatter.
Man.
Oh
Mad Hatter.
god, dude, that was. But it really, it got into some like depression episodes and
Yeah.
some like
It dealt with some
losing
serious
your
stuff.
It did.
your mind kind of things. Like Batman. I know it's nothing to do with the movie. Whatever. We're talking about Batman. I love the one where they captured Batman, and the Mad Hatter put him into this dream state where he's basically living the life he's always wanted.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
And then he figures it out because he's like trying to read the paper and the words are moving.
Yes.
Because you can't read in your
Can't read
dreams.
when
There's,
you dream. Yep.
and as the detective Batman in this like state is trying to figure out how to free his brain. And then the whole episode,
that
you don't know this is happening until Batman realizes it. And then it cuts back to the Mad Hatter and the Riddler and all these people like freaking out. Like, we had him. What's going on? He was in there fully. And then Batman snaps out, beats the crap out of everybody. And it's just like, and you're also sitting there going, not once did they take his mask off.
Right,
Not
yeah.
once did they go, who's under this mask? But that's the beauty of it. And that's why I even now in my 40s, I just love Batman.
Yeah.
I can always just go to this and enjoy it and know what I'm getting. I don't really read it regularly on the new stuff. Like, I think I'm going to pick up the Absolute Batmans when they hit the volumes.
Yeah.
Also
It's really
because that
good.
book's freaking expensive now. Have you seen
No.
graded copies of those? Like
I'm
the
glad
first
I have
printing?
them.
You need to look that up, man. Some of those
All
were
right.
hitting like
I'm
3
about to send
digits.
them in for grading then.
Go get go
dude.
get a CGC.
Those took off. But yeah. So yeah, into Batman. Joker gets stuck on the ladder. Batman batterings his foot.
Even in death, one last joke
falls down. That still is haunting.
I had one of those joke boxes. It was annoying as heck.
And Gordon walking up
"This'll
to
be
it
funny
as it's
as-"
going.
That's not funny.
Yeah, and does it. And then we get the bat signal at the end. Like,
Oh, that
this
was
is
cool.
the birth of the bat signal.
Yep.
It's kind of like, oh wait, I took the plane in front of the moon. That gives me an
Somebody
idea.
was like, I got an idea.
I think that worked. Fun fact, that doesn't actually work. That's not how light works. Like, if you block it with that, it still just shows a blob of light out there. Ask me how I know. I've tried to make a bat signal.
You've tried it before.
Yeah, I think it works. Like, there's some night lights, because it's such a close thing and a low light. It does kind of work like that. But if you're trying to do it on a spotlight, no. Not into just the night sky or even on a cloud. Like, no. Like, how do you call Batman when there's no clouds out there?
You got to shine it on the tallest building or something. You know
it's
what I mean?
smog. It's Gotham. There's smog
Yeah,
everywhere. So, there's always clouds. But yeah, and we get the ending, Vicky Vale's the girlfriend. I will say, as much as I like the Catwoman, I wish Vicky Vale had been the girl. Like, she was kind of perfect. She accepted him for who he was, and she fit well. And like I said, they had great chemistry with Kim Basinger. I know in the comics, he's always had the thing with Catwoman, and then other women like Ra's al Ghul's daughter, stuff like that. Yeah.
With her.
So
Excuse me.
Yeah. And then, they go and they do that. But man, I always like Vicky Vale. Like, I really do. And then later on, it was basically they just hired models to be their girlfriends.
After that.
Yeah, because Nicole Kidman was Val Kilmer's.
Oh, really?
But George Clooney, it was Elle Macpherson.
Yeah.
And then there was another, I think Robin had another model with him, because they do the gala where they run into Poison Ivy, and they both have basically like supermodels on their
I had a
arms.
huge crush on Alicia Silverstone. So when she was
Who
Batgirl,
didn't?
I was
I was gonna say,
like,
who didn't?
Yeah.
Like, say what you will about the movie. She's a great Batgirl. I have her bike. They did a version of her bike, the silver one.
Nice.
I've got it up there. I think I have the Batman Forever, and I have the small version of the Batman and Robin Batmobile from that one. I don't think they've done a Jada size.
No.
But I have almost all of the versions of the Batmobile somewhere floating around here. Somewhere. They're around here. All right. I think it's time we get into the things. What do you guys think?
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And yes, we're doing a Batman movie. There is a body count.
I can't wait for this.
Yeah.
Leave anything for us?
Just bodies. Body count. Body count. Body count. Body count.
All right. It's actually broke down.
Oh no.
Batman kills 16 to 17 henchmen in this movie. That's like an approximation of the Access chemical plant, but he kills henchmen in this fight up
he sure does.
the building with the Joker, and he uses a machine gun indiscriminately quite a bit, and bombs. And total for the movie, I couldn't find an exact number, because I think a lot of it is estimated because of the explosions and the potential of what Joker did. The thing is, they've got it down that between 50 to 80 people die in the 89 Batman movie.
Because we don't know how many people use those products died.
Exactly. Right. I mean, and I know technically our rule is we don't count those, but because there's not really a true go through and count them, and it is happening. We watched the Joker electrocute a man to a skeleton.
To a beef jerky.
He kills Jack Palance at point blank range while laughing and dancing.
Behind
yeah.
the back.
All of that. The girlfriend kills herself.
Yeah.
They reference it because he
window.
brings the mask out, and she jumped out the window.
Shoots Bob point blank.
shoots Bob.
Don't shoot Bob.
He's your number one guy.
Love Bob, man. Justice for Bob.
Yeah.
All right, let's pick our favorite death.
Justice for Bob.
Have you ever killed anyone?
Yeah, but they were all bad.
Let's see. I'll go first. I'll start it off. I'll pick my favorite kill of Batman. It's the Joy Buzzer. It's the Joy Buzzer kill when he cooks old boy. I forget what his name, Antonio or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Some gangster name.
Yeah.
But the shaking his hand like, hey, we'll just be pals, and grabs it, and this like it's a Joy Buzzer, but it's actually causing the Joker joy, and he's like, woo, woo, woo. Yeah, and just fanning him when he's dead, and blows on it, like, and then he talks to it
afterwards
as it's dead, and I'm just like, this Joker's insane. He's sadistic, and I love it. That's my kill. So it's Joy Buzzer kill for me. Let's see. I dropped the sticker. Hold on. I dropped my RoboCop sticker. I didn't want to get stepped on. Pete, what's your favorite kill in Batman?
Jack Palance as the Joker gleefully dances, spins, pirouettes, shoots behind his back, and just fills Jack Palance, just unloads an entire magazine into Jack Palance as Palance is going in all of his campy glory.
Clutching his chest and everything.
It's great. Between the two of them, that interaction was just wonderful.
Love it. Absolutely. Mickey, what about you, bud? What's your favorite kill?
I was pretty much going to say the same thing. I really like that scene, but I'll go with like the big one, the Axis chemical plant, just because of the hilarity of that thing slowly coming out. Ding, ding, ding. And everybody's like, what's this? Boo!
Boo! Yeah. Like, it's not even a question of maybe Batman went after hours. You see the workers in there.
They're clocking in, clocking out, grabbing their lunch pails.
Right. Like, not only that, but it also cost Bruce Wayne probably a couple mil to fly in all this new product. Also, low-key favorite, like, just scene in this is when the newscasters don't have makeup on.
Oh, dude.
And they look sick.
Terrible. Yeah,
like, horrible. Like, I know even that's makeup, but you're just looking at it like, Jesus.
You can take a shower and use a comb. It's fine.
Yeah. Water isn't poison.
Right.
It's makeup.
Yeah, just, I don't know,
Makeup,
but
deodorant. I get it.
The look of them, because those scenes, like, this is another thing that always reminded me later on, like with like RoboCop, where it would cut to the commercials.
Yeah.
Watching this later and being like, oh wow, we do like cut to commercials and news, and they're telling you more of the story of what's going on in Gotham. I like that as a story device. You know, I like that. You know, it's not Commissioner Gordon pounding on his desk. What do you mean all the beauty products in the Gotham are contaminated? No, it's like you're learning it from the people, what's going on. I kind of dig that. I really do. All right, let's rate this bad boy, and let's see. Yep. And then Batman beats everybody up.
He's already dead.
Stop it! He's already dead. Pete, we'll switch it up just a little bit because there's no Al Leong in this. There is a Philip Tan though, Mickey.
There is
Philip Tan. He's one of the goons. Yep. We just talked about him in a movie on B Action.
Nice.
Shows up everywhere. How many bat signals do you give Batman 1989?
It's all right. Like,
I'm sure.
Like,
yeah,
it's like somewhere between a 10 and a 10. This is a 10. This
a 10 and 11. Yeah, somewhere around there.
It's got some flaws, and I don't care. It just hits all those nostalgia buttons, and it's also a kick-ass movie. So it's a 10.
I can't argue with that. Mickey, I'll let you follow that up, brother. What are you ranking the Batman 89?
I mean, I can't give it anything less than a 10 either. Like it's
Yes!
just, it's too much, you know, like I know a lot of it's probably nostalgia, but it doesn't matter because this movie's still so much fun. Jack Nicholson's amazing as a Joker. Michael Keaton's a great Batman and a great Bruce Wayne. And it's just like,
yep.
There's this. We didn't even talk about cinematography, how beautiful some of the shots are in this thing. Like, there's nothing not interesting to your eye when watching this movie or fun in some way.
100%.
10 out of 10, baby.
I agree.
All right, Charlie. We gonna
I
get trifecta here?
Come on, man. I picked it. I picked it for a reason. This is our 5th anniversary, man. This is a 10 all day long. This is my Batman. Michael Keaton is my favorite Batman. He's the only good part of the Flash movie that they tried to do.
Yeah.
And that's just because Michael Keaton came
I
back
didn't
for
watch
it.
that.
Just go on YouTube and look up all the Michael
Batman
Keaton
parts.
scenes.
Okay,
That's all you need to
I can do
watch.
that.
Michael Keaton making spaghetti in that is just there's that comedy again. Is Batman's making spaghetti. I love it. You know, I also always wanted Keaton to become old man Batman, like in
Dark Knight
the
Returns.
well, it's like Dark Knight, but the cartoon that they did was it Batman?
Batman 2,
Beyond.
Batman Beyond, right?
Batman.
That
It was
would've been
like the
great.
Marvel
That would've been
2000s.
great, yeah.
I would have loved an old Michael Keaton with a young version
Mentoring.
of a new Batman.
Teddy
yeah,
McGinnis.
Teddy,
That's,
yep, that's right. So yeah, this movie's a 10. I love it. I'm never bored. I got excited watching the trailer while watching the movie.
That's my favorite.
Who does that? Like, like
Who does that?
most people would be embarrassed to tell you that. Not me. I was just like, that's how good this movie is. Like, I get hyped. I was a kid again in the theater watching it. That is the give me back movie. That is give me back my Batman. Give me back those feels I used to get from this. And, you know, will we ever get that again? I don't think so. You'll get moments. There is a moment in the new Batman that made me feel something.
Yeah.
But it's starting to get fewer and fewer far between. There's never that moment. And as much as I don't mind Batfleck, there's nothing in those where I'm like, whoa, like over the top. Like that was such a Batman thing. That was such a memorable moment. No, it's just him wanting to kick Superman's ass. Like that's that's really all it ends up being. So yeah, movie's a 10. It's fantastic. I love it. Thank you guys for indulging me on this, for doing this for the Give Me Back.
Dude, shoot.
A pleasure.
Like I said, man, I came up with a good reason. Absolutely. So now we got a little bit of housekeeping we got to do here. Got to let everybody know we are shifting some stuff for the podcast. Don't worry. Nobody's going anywhere. We're all still here. But we are going to, I think it's a pretty big change of what we're getting ready to do. We are no longer going to be Give Me Back My Action and Horror Movies. Yeah, going forward, we are rebranding a bit to Give Me Back the podcast, which basically means insert here. In 5 years of doing this, I've realized, one, we've hit a lot of the high points that we've wanted to hit over these years. We've also done some very questionable movies over top of some other
I don't
movies.
know what
Not
you're
just you,
talking
Pete.
about.
Not just you. We did all 3 Feast movies, okay?
Yeah.
We're all
we
guilty.
really did. Oh,
We are all guilty.
You had to bring that up, huh?
Yeah, none of us are escaping this, even myself. A lot of times when we had themes, what fits this theme? I don't know. We've never even heard of this. Let's watch it. Like, I'm not saying we haven't had fun in our stuff.
The movie
but
doesn't even have a ninja in it. Come on.
I wasn't going to bring that up, but that was one of the things I thought about. But no, it was, I want, the biggest thing we get from a response from our listeners that I get is they love the episodes that have some type of nostalgia to them or us. Like when they feel the love we have, like this episode, our He-Man episode, our Trick or Treat episode, you know, those that really pull at your memories that people A, have probably seen the movie and they have some history, or B, they just love hearing our history with it. I want to tap into that more and more directly. So going forward, we're only going to be doing one Give Me Back episode a month. It's going to be me and Pete always, possibly with guests. Mickey always has a seat here, but we're all got lives and busy stuff going on. So we may have some people, it may just be me and Pete. B Action is still where it is. Mickey and I are still rocking that with Dustin. 2 episodes a month. We're actually doing 4 this month because it's Mickey March Madness. So we're not lacking on the content. And Pete, why don't you tell the people what's filling the spot for the absent horror end of what?
Well, Anna and I decided that we can't let the horror community down. So she and I are going to stay. Well, we can't call it up all night. Hey, Anna, hold on. Let me remember what the fucking call this goddamn show.
What was it?
After Hours. That's right. I keep wanting to say Up All Night, and
Up
it's
All Night.
We still have
USA,
Up All
Up
Night
All
on
Night.
some of our message boards, so I'm getting this.
After Hours
that's-
Cinema.
After
Hours
Hours Cinema. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, Anna and I, we got together. We were chatting, and with the shift in direction with the Give Me Back, we're like, we can't let horror go away. We got to keep this up. So.
And I'm not doing horror.
No,
We
no,
may still
we'll
do horror
still do that.
movies.
We'll still do that. We'll do that. But
yeah.
Anna and I, our hearts are in bed with horror movies. That's just that's how we're built. So we wanted to keep that up, and we wanted to go with these late night these late night horror movies. weird stuff. Like we don't know what we're gonna be
Stuff
watching.
that makes me roll my eyes when they bring it up. So I'm like, you know what? You guys go nuts.
So this is coming up in March is going to be After Hours Cinema Review with Anna and Pete, or crap for short.
I noticed you used that acronym the other day, and I was like, I like it. And I probably should have explained it a little bit better. We're doing one a month, but we are actually opening ourselves up for other genres as well. There's some comedy movies I grew up with that I want to talk about. There may be some cartoons. Horror movies are not off the table for Give Me Back. We're just not going to be doing the alternating thing constantly. You know, Pete and I have always talked like we'll throw out a movie and we're like, is that really an action movie? You know, we'll talk like Pete's always talked about like Godzilla. Godzilla's not really a horror movie. It's not really an action movie. Really. Guess what? There's no reason for us to not do Godzilla movies. I really hope we do finally do some Godzilla.
I'm not going to pick it.
look at this guy. Just refuses to pick.
You sure about that?
He actually has nostalgia for and has on his shelf behind him.
Oh yeah, it's all over there.
I'm surrounded by Batman. I picked Batman. But you know, I don't have times for this, but eventually we're going to do Airheads. I've always wanted to do that movie. Wayne's World. Like these are movies I did
I'd love
grow
to do
up
a Pink
with.
Panther movie. Let me tell you.
A Pink Panther.
Let me tell you about nostalgia for this guy. I love those movies.
I just think in 5 years, I want to venture out into other genres. And thankfully in our circle, and hopefully everybody's listening to them, there are plenty of other people doing mainly horror and some of these other shows. And there are times they'll do and one, and I'll be like, man, I kind of want to talk about that movie, but I can't fit that in action or horror, you know, or, you know, we've tossed around the idea of Indiana Jones, but it's like, is that an action movie? Is it an adventure movie? Where's our line at? But now there is no line. Now it's our only line. Do we have nostalgia with it? So I can say there's not going to be a whole lot of new movies we do. That just letting everybody out there. I bitch about new movies. The joke that Charlie doesn't watch new movies isn't really a joke.
It's not really a joke.
I just watched Shape of Water the other night. That came out in 2017.
That's yeah.
I just watched it.
It's really
okay.
good.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's maybe a movie we cover. Like, you know, I could, because that one has a tie to some nostalgia with the creature from the Black Lagoon that I love. But I want to do what the show is. We have a call to action that is Give Me Back. So the show is going to hammer on the Give Me Back. And by doing it this way, Pete and I now have time to give the episodes the attention they deserve. Because I hate to tell y'all this, when you watch a movie every single week and record about it, it starts feeling like a job.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
And it's a job we don't get paid for. You know, we're doing it for the love. We're doing it for the listeners. So I want to fall in love with movies again. And this is my way of doing that. You're still going to get an episode every week, every Tuesday, a new episode drops. Nothing changes. You're going to get extra. Month of Action still happens in July. Month of Horror still happens in October. Like, we're really not changing it. I'm just adapting the show to better suit us. So hopefully everybody appreciates that. I know it sounds a little long-winded. This is a little bit longer episode. It's Batman. Get over it. It's fine.
Batman.
But I just wanted everybody to know where we're at. So same logo. It'll just say, "Give me back the podcast." And we're just opening ourselves up to be able to do more. Mickey and I and Dustin have a lot of things in the works behind the scenes over on B Action. We are working on some other things for our super fans. So as we get closer to, hopefully, Month of Action will be the big drop for a lot of things. You're going to get more. You're going to hear us. No one's going away. And yeah, enjoy the ride with us. I hope y'all stick around. I hope y'all still download. I hope you still tell people about us. And I hope you enjoyed the episode. Also, we happen to have our next movie picked for Give Me Back. So our next one in April, Pete and I both got a little giddy when I brought this one up, and Pete was a little caught off guard. And this was one of those that was riding the line of, is it an action movie or is it not? We're doing Maverick, not Tom Cruise. Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson.
Cowboy,
James Garner,
Western,
Jodie
James
Foster.
Garner, card playing, gambling,
classic,
man of luck, Maverick. I adore this movie. And I was like, you know what? That's a great one for us to kind of dip our toes. You know,
See how this works. Yeah.
It's got some cool action and stuff in there. Also, I know I said Airheads, another one that's on my list. Oh, brother, where art thou?
Oh, man.
Like,
are you trying to get me on every episode?
Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey.
Come on,
what are you
man.
doing?
You're just banger after banger after banger.
Once a month, brother. Once a month, man. But that's exactly what I mean. Like, how would I have ever been able to do that movie?
Never.
On the podcast. I'd have to go to someone else's show and do it. And I want to do them here. I want to do our thing here with them. So hopefully that excites everybody. I hope no one's disappointed. Please don't be disappointed in it. I haven't turned my back on horror. There will be horror, and Anna and Pete are filling in the void quite well. I'm looking forward to listening to their show. I may show up on it once in a while. I don't know if they allow me, or if it's not too freaking weird, or freaking weird. Sorry, if it's not too freaking weird.
Earmuffs.
Earmuffs, kids. Earmuffs. And bleep it out. Bang. Gun.
No, don't bleep it. Do a kapow or something. Or a pow.
Yeah, I don't have a gun. I don't have a gunshot. Yeah, the old Batman pow.
The old Batman stuff. Yeah,
that's what we should have done. Every time we cuss, just bang. Anna would have hated us. She knows how much I cuss in these episodes.
Killed us. She's like, you sons of. Yeah.
All right, it's long enough. Anna's yelling at us to wrap it up. So appreciate you all. Find us over on Instagram. That's the main place to find all the updates. There will be at this time a Give Me Back the podcast page. I still am leaving up the Give Me Back My Action Movies Instagram and Facebook because I had those before the podcast. So I'm not turning my back on that. I am still full-blooded an action fan. You can still catch me on the Action Elite every Wednesday on their YouTube channel where we do the War Room. Once a month on J-Man's channel where we do Circle of Iron. We just did the Salute of the Jugger with Rutger Hauer the other night. Whew, that was a conversation. Awesome movie too. So I'm still doing what I'm doing. Don't think Charlie's quitting. I don't plan on quitting. This 5 years, let's hope for another 5, another 10. Until Pete's in a retirement home, and then he's just rolling around on his hover round with a microphone attached to it, going, "Show me boobs, show me boobs, vampires, all this other stuff." All right, let's get out of here.